Hello, hello, hello.
Are we live? Are we in there?
Yep.
All right.
Hello, and welcome to Season 3 for Rainbow Six Siege. I am Lion Aries, and I'm here with...
I'm Hokage Connor, and it is exhilarating to be here to be watching some fantastic Rainbow Six Siege. Very excited to be here.
And we have a couple good matches coming up. In fact, don't we have the two last season winners for the matches today?
We do. Johnstown Steel, so Xbox winners last season.
And on PC, Allentown is going to be showing later today.
It's going to be directly after this game. You guys can continue to watch all the wonderful Siege gameplay that'll be going on. It's going to be a fantastic night of Siege. Some good times to be had, some amazing plays, and hopefully some interesting plays as well.
Certainly, but let's not forget about their opposing teams, and let's start off over in Xbox with a brand new team formed recently for Rainbow Six Siege in the Erie Isles.
Yes, as you did mention, this is the first season that the Erie Isles have had a team, and I definitely think that they are a dark horse. My favorite player on this team is Kojo. Is definitely going to be a player to look out for.
But you definitely can't not knock Johnstown Steel. They did win last season. However, they did have some changes in their roster, and they might just prove to be the holes that the Erie Isles can punch through to grab that W.
Hopefully, Penguin keeps up his MVP performance from last season as one of the top players in this league. He should be interesting to watch today, for sure.
Certainly, and let's go into this upcoming match. They already did decide on the maps, and for our first round, we will be playing on Clubhouse.
That map was chose by Johnstown, and map 2 is going to be Oregon, chose by the LA Isles. And the decider map will be Cafe, if it is needed.
Now, how about we talk about the game a bit? What makes Rainbow Six so special that a league was formed around it?
Rainbow Six Siege is such a different shooter compared to everyone else. The complete basis around everyone needing to be working together and communicating and being on top of your game in order to execute plans and win the game is something that you don't see in other games. One player can carry a team in Call of Duty. In Siege, not one player can do that by himself.
Certainly, and you definitely see that at the highest of levels, some of which we might be able to peer through today, with two prominent styles potentially coming into play. However, I am expecting more likely our European or North American style, which is based on that information, that team-based, that looking for that small peak, that one misplace. And if you misplace, that's potentially your life, because one misplacement and guns do enough damage that either you're left on low or you're out for that remainder of that round.
One mistake in Rainbow Six Siege will get you killed and put your team at a disadvantage. You need to be constantly aware of your situations, and I think both teams are going to have that awareness, playing as a little slower style, but maybe Isles will come out here and show more of that Latin American style and put out some rushes. It could be interesting. We won't see a recruit rush, but we could see some rushes out of them.
Yeah, definitely. However, one thing to note is that there will be two characters that you will not be seeing due to their recent changes or their recent additions.
Correct. Tachanka, the Lord, we will not be seeing him. Due to his recent changes, he is considered a new character. So because of Pro League, we will not be seeing any Lord plays today.
And for the other character, Aruni, recently added, very, very powerful character with a lot of ability in locking out that special information with some of her abilities.
Her guns are very powerful. Her movement is phenomenal. It's sad we don't get to see her until next season, but when we do see her, she's going to be amazing. Those plays and these characters, these players using her, these plays are going to be phenomenal when they come out.
Certainly, certainly. You can definitely and hopefully see that. Otherwise, how about we start covering the second half for it? Allentown Liberty versus the Harrisburg Armada. Again, Allentown Liberty was the reigning champions last season, but Harrisburg Armada is looking to try and potentially knock them down a peg right off the bat.
And I definitely do think Armada has the talent to take down Liberty. Liberty, I have known, hasn't been doing too many scrims, and Armada has been playing every single day with each other, trying to get that good feel, that good chemistry. So you could see an upset tonight.
Yeah, but it is a matter of if they already have that chemistry and already inbound on Allentown, that it just might overwhelm all the practice. But
that is completely true.
I am going to side with you. If there were that little scrims from Allentown, I'm going to give it to Armada for this, because practice makes perfect in a game like this, because there are so many situations and so many changes with destructible walls and destructible hatches. You need to be able to call out and adapt to any situation. And Harrisburg Armada has been doing a lot more of that with their scrims.
I definitely do side on the caution for Liberty. I wonder if they'll have that champion rush, or the champion rust, after coming off their championship season. They may feel like we're the top dogs around here, and they may not see Armada as a competition.
Definitely. It can certainly be that way. Those on the top tend to think high of themselves, else they fall.
A player that I would like to see perform well during the Liberty and Armada game, keep an eye out for Raccoon Eyes. He's a very fantastic player, runs around and likes to hide in little spots and get those little 2 pieces when their team needs it most.
And for a player I'm going to highlight Elijah. I've been seeing a lot of videos of him, of his scrims and his ability and performance. It might not be the best, but it might just be the small factor that puts Harrisburg Armada on top in that game.
That's definitely going to be a match to watch, and I hope everyone sticks around to see that game. But obviously this game is going to be an Xbox-only game, the Johnstown Steel and Erie Isles for the first game. Did you say who you were going to watch for this game?
Personally, I'm going to keep an eye out for Araxi over on the Johnstown Steel. One thing that I noticed that sort of caught me, because I have a bit of a background in a couple other games, and usually when you see tags with very similar patterns, usually means that they're a tight-knit group. Araxi did not have that on his in-game tag, which usually means that they have something that group needs. And that will probably be the push that I think might give Erie Isles a win.
I'm hoping that they do communicate like they normally do. Hopefully they don't keep him out of the loop and using any callouts that just the 4 of them know. But it's going to be an interesting player to watch for sure.
Certainly, that can definitely happen if they have shorthand for whatever area of the map they're in. It could throw someone off if they do not know that. Hopefully they practiced and scrimmed enough that is ingrained in their new players and new swap-ins' heads.
So should we talk about some fixes that came out in the latest patch?
Certainly, there were a couple of fixes that could potentially come into play, like some of the changes to drones starting out immediately with Twitch and Echo.
The Twitch and Echo, oh my goodness. The Twitch and Echo drones are shooting when players begin to pull the trigger rather than at the end position of the trigger, so that gives you a little bit quicker reaction time and can get that zap off and that drunken shot off on that yokai drone. A little fix on Clubhouse, there's an invisible gap on the west wall in the ceiling in the garage entrance that was used as a defenseman's paradise. So that spot is now fixed, so you can now not shoot through an invisible wall. So an attacker can't shoot through it, but a defenseman can.
Definitely, though one big thing to mention, though it did play a part in last season, is the entire change and rework of the second map that will happen in this upcoming Xbox game, Oregon.
Ooh.
Changed back in March 2020. Yeah, it definitely will depend for how long the player has played the game, that they might still have that old muscle memory in, like the ladder in one area of the map being completely removed. They might think that it's still there when suddenly they forget that it isn't there anymore.
That is exactly right. I do have a couple concerns if we are going to be playing this North American and EU style, that the Monty glitch where he couldn't extend his shield as he meleeed has now been fixed, so you may be seeing Monty a little bit more this season.
Definitely could happen. And another thing is, again, like a bunch of map changes have happened, and one that was fixed was Echo's yokai drones, again getting another big change with them not getting stuck in various objects on a couple maps like Villa and Fortress.
Won't see Fortress too much. That's a map that gets banned, but if in regular ranked play, that is going to be fantastic news for you yokai users in the Echo mains.
And definitely will help with their scrims, because you can't really, if you're going on ranked and just scrimming it out, that you will have to deal with that map that you probably just want out of the list. You do have to deal with it, and that change will probably help sort of get your playstyle back in, even on those maps that you despise.
Also, Rook's face mask did get changed. It changed. His face mask is white now instead of the color of his headgear. So that's going to be a big difference. Going to be able to see him now instead of him blending in with the shadows. So you're still going to see Rook, but you may see a different play style of how those players play Rook.
And definitely, the headshots are extremely powerful.
That'd be my dogs. My dogs are freaking out right now.
And we have dog interference over here. They looked a little bow wow for me.
They are going buck wild outside.
Definitely, like we are about to when we get into this match.
Hopefully. I believe we are waiting on one more person to join in. I'm not quite sure who that player was that we're waiting for. Are we still waiting for somebody?
It looks like we are at the current moment.
We are.
So just give us a bit of time. Again, we are dealing with Xbox at the current moment, so some systems are a bit clunkier than on PC, where it's all locked into one game. They might have to only access it via their home screen and the like.
Let's see. I'm trying to see who we are missing. We are definitely missing that one person. As we were talking about earlier, the second map here is going to be Oregon. I'm going to give that map in favor of Isles. I definitely think Isles is going to play a lot better on Oregon. They were playing very well in scrims. That was a map they were not losing a lot of rounds on. I think Oregon is going to be for Isles, and I'm kind of concerned about Johnstown on that map, but I'm also concerned about Isles on Clubhouse. I do not think they're good on Clubhouse.
Yeah, definitely. Clubhouse is a very big map, and it's seen a lot in competitive play. In fact, it was seen in the NA online finals between Space Station Gaming and Team Solo Mid just this December.
It's a fantastic game. Hopefully we'll get to see some fantastic gameplay on that map. Clubhouse was changed a couple seasons ago, got a rework, added some more cover, and it has slowly become a favorite competitive map for everyone to play.
Yeah, definitely. And there are, with things to note about that map, a lot of destructible walls that we might see come into play, as well as the fact that it is just a large map. Not among the largest in the game. That would go to maps like Bank. But still, that large area might benefit the defensive roamers that are walking around trying to poke, or it might benefit the offense if they catch a large hole because of the large map.
If we do see anyone roaming, I would be very surprised if we see a Cav, but I definitely think we may see a Vigil running around, going a little invisible, throwing impact nades, and trying to dodge away, getting quick kills. So Clubhouse is a perfect map for Vigil. I definitely see him getting picked on the defensive round if he's not banned. He has a high ban rate this season, but he should be in play, hopefully.
Though for an offensive pick, I'm going to pitch Hibana here. Hibana has seen a lot of play recently in competitive play due to her breach charges and the changes they received. She is a very powerful character, and on a map with a lot of destructible objects, having a good character with good explosives and breaching potential is going to be very, very powerful for the team taking the lead in.
Her speed is to be matched by only Ashe. She's a fantastic speed threat. Her gun is S tier. If you can handle the recoil of her main AR, you are going to be in good hands. That SMG, the Bearing 9 SMG, got a nerf not too long ago. The recoil was increased and the bullet damage was a little bit decreased, but I still think that's a viable gun if you do hit those headshots.
Definitely, and all this talk about headshots. Why is a headshot so important in this game?
The reason a headshot is so important in this game because every single gun does enough damage to the head to kill. So you can die from one bullet from a pistol to the head, and it is an instant death. It is a more realistic damage compared to Call of Duty or Battlefield, when a shooter like that.
And that is definitely something to be wary of. When you look at the gameplay, you'll probably see them aim a bit higher than you normally expect with their guns. That's because they're usually aiming for that head area.
Need to hit those quick one-taps. May see some flicks. Hopefully we see a nasty one-tap or two, maybe some spawn peeks. It could be interesting. Clubhouse is definitely a place you could see some spawn peeks and some nasty one-taps coming out for sure.
Definitely could see some explosive frags throughout this match. Those one-taps, those flicks, all extremely powerful. However, they might be a bit more difficult, but hopefully these players have mastered their Xbox controller enough to do those successfully.
A character that's on attacking side that you're not going to see a whole lot of, but I wouldn't be too surprised if you do see somebody bring her out. It is Dokkaebi. Dokkaebi has that DMR, does a whole lot of damage to the body, and she has frag grenades or smoke. If you want to do the slow push, you can throw in a bunch of smokes and get that bomb down, but her ability to hack cameras and hack into the defense's camera systems is par to none. Intel is huge right now in the meta, so I definitely see her maybe getting picked, maybe not if players aren't too comfortable with her. But those frags and the smokes are going to help that character so much. So glad she got those.
Though if we're going to talk about operators with Rainbow Six Siege, there is definitely one infamous one that nearly broke the game in half that is out of quarantine, out of his 100% ban rate, and that is Lion. His ability
Lion
to find people. You have gone on just beforehand about all the issues and how you loved playing him as well, how he was a nightmare to play against, how he was amazing to play with. In fact, that was what brought up the second style of gameplay up to its current level, the Latin America style, which is that rush style.
Lion is, when he first came out, the ability to see through walls if you moved at all. If you touched WASD or you hit that joystick by accident during that countdown, you were glowing red and everyone on the map could see you. So running in, just bull rushing into the site after popping a Lion scan, defenses need to move around to get the angles and get away from the attackers, and then those people are being able to seen. So Lion was definitely broken. He had a 100% ban rate, and when he wasn't banned, he was a 100% pick rate. But now with the nerf, I do see him still getting banned a little bit, but not getting banned too much, and his guns are still phenomenal. And the stuns, hopefully he gets another gadget. Hasn't seen anything in the leak so far for new gadgets, but those stun grenades are definitely going to hurt if someone decides to use them.
And one thing to note is he still does have some form of the tracking even after the rework. And because we are playing on Xbox, we are dealing with joystick, not WASD, where you have to press a button. even the smallest movement from the hand could potentially trigger that ability and then reveal that information to your opponent.
When Lion was first announced and the entire chat was freaking out about his ability, saying broken already, and he definitely was broken. I remember having teammates fighting over who would get to pick Lion during scrims because he was just a guaranteed 7 to 8 kills a scrim. It's definitely a character that we may not see, but if we do see him, he will be banned.
Though there definitely are other characters besides the infamous Lion that are potentially going to get played. Some classics like Smoke might get in, Bandit, Mozzie, Echo, like we mentioned, with her drunken drones, has also been seeing a lot of play recently.
A player on the offense, some operators on the offensive side, you're going to see is Thatcher. You're going to see a lot of Buck, Habana, obviously. You may see some Ashe players. There's a lot of very good Ashe mains on console. Her speed and her movement while she's aimed down sights is S tier for sure. And her ability to break through soft walls with that launcher and break barbed wires and deployable shields is just fantastic. She's a fantastic operator all around. Even with her ACOGs being gone, she is still a character who is an S tier character. But a character that I do see getting banned because of console is going to be Thatcher. Because he's going to take away those bandits and the Kaids and all the electronics, I definitely see him getting banned. So getting into hard breaches are going to be way harder for the attacking teams.
Definitely. But it seems like all players are in and the matches are about to start. May the best team win.
We're going to send it over here to Seth. Hopefully. Are we sending over to Seth?
We are here. We're live. Get ready to get in the game. Players are finally in. Let's go right through the player spotlight real quick. On the Johnstown Steel side, we have 2 captains, so they are the co-captains. First, let's go with Penguin. He's from Windber, Pennsylvania. Literally 10 minutes here from Johnstown. Favorite operator is Ashe. An interesting fact about Penguin is he won first team all-county for soccer. So there's Penguin, again, co-captain of the Johnstown Steel. You can watch him right here in the game. Other captain here for the Johnstown Steel is Basic, also from Windber, Pennsylvania. His favorite operators are Smoke on defense and Buck on attack. And his interesting fact is he enjoys working on cars in his spare time. So future mechanic, maybe. Future R6 Pro, who knows. Alrighty, let's go to Erie Isles with their captain Acehead. He's from Brooklyn, Ohio. Favorite operator is Abana. And his interesting fact is mainly a quote, and he's excited and very happy to be leading the Erie Isles team here and be kind of that leader in game as well. So he's very excited about the opportunity to become a captain and a leader for his team. Alrighty, I think we're ready to go. Zeke and the casters are doing a fantastic job thus far. Can't wait to watch some Rainbow Six.
All right, thank you so much. Let the games begin. Now, Rainbow Six Siege does start out with picks and bans for what each team wants to remove from the field, just like League of Legends or Dota.
Correct. So each member of the team is going to get a pick, and the team was currently talking about who they're going to ban for the attacking side. I believe Erie Isles is banning first, if I did see that right. And Sophia is going to be banned. Thank you. Zofia is a soft breacher. Her gun is an S tier. Both got her AR and her LMG are S tier. And like I said, Thatcher is getting bans.
Does come up on the bans. One thing to note about Zofia is you do see a lot of BM with her and players trying to pop off with that character. So that means that kind of style is sort of being hindered a bit.
For sure. Thatcher getting banned. I'm not surprised. Hopefully, we're going to see who gets banned. Mira is definitely a character that you see getting banned on defense here. There's a lot of spots and a lot of plays, especially if you're playing down an armory. There's so many spots for her Miras to be put up. It's definitely a good ban.
Yeah, definitely. And this is where the information starts to come in. What characters do they not want to see? What characters are they trying to use to see in? And for the last one, we are seeing Clash be removed from the field of play.
She is a nuisance. She's a troll, and she is wonderful. I love Clash. It stinks that we don't get to see her play. That P9, the MP9 in that shield is fantastic. So we're going to see this pick phase. I notice on defense that no intel operators other than Mira were banned. So you're going to see Vigil. Cavs is actually going to be played here, and Valk is going to be kept. So we're going to see if anybody's going to 6-pick here.
And just like I said, Hibana is going to be played in on the blue side here.
We're going to see a 6-pick off of Ying, maybe from Basic. Nomad, Hibana, Thermite, and Maverick right now. Capital.
Capital.
So no 6-pick for the defense. I think the defense is going to be set up for a little bit of a roaming strat, but this is going to be interesting. It looks like they're going to be playing in cash. This is a wonderful place to be defending. If you had Amira, she would be key on one of these sites here.
Definitely, and their areas, the bombs are right next to each other, which is also really nice. Means that you have to cover a bit less of space when playing a bit more of that turtle style if they are trying to.
I definitely like the Mozzie pick here. Going to be getting some drones, using them for intel, and because Thatcher is banned, those bandits on the wall are going to be harder to get rid of. Mai is going to be probably put down right next to the little drone hole, so the attackers can't toss nades in there and destroy those. So we are now officially into it. Vigil running around there, but we are live. First round of Rainbow Six Siege for the season.
First round action phase has begun, and there will be occasionally some small notifications that will pop up on screen for all of you to see, whether it be dropping the diffuser, grabbing the diffuser, them discovering the site.
Well, Mai's going to be taking damage here from the Thermite, already down to about 60 health. He has 0 impact nades left, not a whole lot of utility left for the defense. It's going to be interesting how they play it.
And we're definitely seeing that slow and cautious play. Both teams don't really want to reveal all their cards yet. But one thing to note, Hershey Bar already down an entire quarter of his health. Oh, and we're seeing the cameras go in. Looks like someone's trying to find a pick, and they find it.
First pick down is going to be the Maverick getting the kill onto Hershey Bar, playing in garage. Not a good spot. Maverick going to be taking some damage here from main room.
Does receive a bit of damage in return from that, another quarter, and it's just a slow, methodical play that needs to get them there. Camera down. They found the bomb sites.
Young Deer goes down again.
Bomb site.
Araxi's going to get out here, and he's going to look into this construction. He's going to find another one.
Finds another.
The diffuser is down. He's going to play in here in construction. He hears the second one. Here's Mozzie. Mozzie down again for the triple kill. Here's the Cav. Goes down, sadly. It is a 4v1 for Cav, and she goes down. The Jonestown Steel winning the first round on attack. It's a fantastic round by them. Played phenomenally.
And I got to give full credit to Araxi there. He definitely moved in. He knocked out, if I'm not wrong, 3 players, which is over half of the team. And nearly went for the 4th for the finale, but just barely managed to not.
He did run out of bullets. He was probably, I think he was 1 or 2 bullets away from getting that final kill, that headshot. Oh, we did see a Tachanka pick there.
We are seeing Tachanka, which I'm pretty sure was banned. I'm curious why that happened.
We'll find out here soon enough. Maybe he's going to 6-pick off of him. He is going to 6-pick off as a troll.
Just so we can see that little bit of the savior.
The Lord is gone, sadly. I can't wait for the Lord to be back. All the plays on that Tachanka is going to be filthy.
I am definitely curious to see how that rework will come into play with these players eventually. But that day is not today as we move into the second round of this first game.
So they went back into cash. They saw something in the attacking side that they thought They could just do it a little bit better, change their strategy up a little bit more. They haven't thrown the impact nade to the red stairs yet, so I definitely feel like they're going to close off that area through stairs. I wouldn't have chosen to go here again after getting only losing one kill or getting one kill on that round. I don't think Cash was the move. You could have gone Armory. I think Armory is a little bit better for them, but obviously we're going to hop into it again here.
We're going to hop into it, same area, and it is immediately scouted by the teams during the information phase, and it'll just be a matter of if they can make history repeat itself.
So it looks like Bandit, maybe Bandit tricking. He is not Bandit tricking. He's going to be playing stairs. I was hoping he was going to be Bandit tricking, but he's not. So they got the nades in there, destroyed the Bandit charges, and Bandit has run away. So that door is now going to be thermite open, completely broken off. There's such a line of sight into that bomb site now, as Basic's going to take down Ace Head, Vigil.
And Schultze taking also a lot of damage, barely hanging on, but he goes down as well. It's now a 4v3.
The trade came in. Penguin comes in and gets that other kill to still give them that man advantage. I think they have the intel. There's another one. Penguin gets the knife. They know that both operators are down there, and it is over. Round two
hard shutdown.
As I said, I did not think Cash was going to be the play again, and as you see there, they have Cash scouted out pretty well. Jonestown Steel is showing why they are the top dogs on attacking side. Fantastic attackers.
Definitely. Cash didn't give them what they paid for there.
So I'm interested to see where they're going to go. If they go Cash again, I'm going to be surprised. They are going to go Church and Armory. So Armory, this is definitely a perfect place for them to go. I would have gone with maybe a Castle. We may see a Castle pick. Lesion pick. Lesion pick is definitely going to be fantastic. A little intel and puts out damage and slow little soup cans that he throws around on the map. So you should see that guy kind of yeeting those around.
Definitely. And as we begin the preparation phase, I'm curious as to if they decided to stick with their guns and they wanted to go Cash again, or they realize that maybe it's not the best chance to do it again.
I think they're going to try. Maybe if they don't win on this round, I definitely see them maybe going back to Cash and changing up the operator pick style. But for right now, I think that they have a really good setup for this basement armory defense.
Definitely, and one thing to be wary of is during that preparation phase, all those little cameras that the offense does have a chance to use to look around. And with that, they could shoot them down to just deny them the information, but as action phase begins, let's see if that'll turn out to be correct for them.
So they're not going to reinforce the bar area into this little B bomb site right here, which is a little shocking to me because you can shoot through that from the stairs and maybe get a lucky pick, maybe destroy some intel that's there for the attacking team. The thermite charge is going to come out here on dirt. We're going to see if anyone peeks Doc here. It looks like he may spot a drone. He does not see a drone. He's looking for a foot, looking for a chest, looking for something, some intel to let him know that, hey, this wasn't a fake. Something did just go off. I did hear it. I'm not quite sure what that was.
Definitely, and it seems like it did land on Basic, taking a bit of his health away. Luckily, nothing too major just yet, mostly staying healthy.
Doc's going to rotate back here. He did just get the call out that somebody is in blue. He did see him on site.
Well, seems like we have a small skirmish potentially. And he does see him.
Gets the
and
down
he goes
there
down,
and the trade.
but gets traded.
Penguin with a triple kill, going absolutely insane. Penguin showing why he was an MVP. Bomb diffuser is down. This retake here is going to be a little tough. Penguin with the quad. Can he get the fifth? Can he get the ace here?
Will we see an ace, or will someone deny him it? Kojo down to hit pretty much his last quarter.
Penguin with the ace. first ace of the season. Congrats to Penguin. He's a fan. That was a fantastic play. That attack was perfection.
And that little spin to win at the end there, popping off, I'm sure that definitely is a boost in morale for his team. And you wonder if that might affect the morale of the other team.
Going down 3-0 in a normal shooter, a normal Call of Duty game is a demoralizer. But in Siege, this game is all about momentum. Getting 1-2 kills around can flip that momentum and give you guys the boost, the confidence boost that you need. So we're going to see if anyone on the Erie Isles can pick it up and come in here and show some grit and flip the momentum around. 3-0 is nothing in Siege. You see a lot of comebacks from 4-0, 3-0, but it definitely does not look good for the Erie Isles right now.
Definitely, and looks like we will be seeing one of those changes come into play as Kojo did pick Rook.
Rook is a fantastic character. He's the support, putting down those Rook plates, those team shirts, gives you a little bit extra armor, and that MP5 gun is a phenomenal S tier gun. Hopefully we don't see any team damage there. We do not. So
nice careful movement around that just to knock out Cryptic's little camera there. But still, they've discovered the bomb sites. There's Araxes, manages to run away.
I'm excited to see Araxes play on this Ashe character. Ashe is not going to be used too well, I would imagine, on this main bedroom and bed and gym hold, but he could be very useful. If you look over to the left, you see that Hershey Bar and Schultzes are the only two players with kills, which is a big factor. Nobody's getting kills right now for the Erie Isles.
And that is definitely, like you said, a big worrying factor, as you do need to get those kills to win, or you just hold them out long enough.
The hatch for office did just get popped. I'm not sure if that was Ashe. It does look like it may have been Ashe. I think I saw her outline. That is Ashe up there at the top. She's droning out. Maybe she didn't see Deer, didn't see Doc. But if she does drop down there, it's going to be a world of hurt for her.
Mm-hmm. It definitely would be an angel drop in. As we move over to Spills, as he does have an area open for himself of trying to get in there.
Trying to make himself a little rotate hole so he can get into construction and maybe into the back of office where he sees Deer. Deer does take a whole bunch of damage, does dock himself, so Doc's character re-heals himself. The attackers are inside of construction now, and they do have the lines of sight into office. And if Young Deer knows that, he needs to get out of there, see the Ashe charge, and definitely going to be a push in there. He's going to be watching it because the Jackal track is going live now, so they know where somebody is.
And yeah, two in a row, Hershey Bar and Deer, like you just said, he needed to be careful, but he was just out of position enough. And looks like Schulte's about to go down. He does. And there's the remainder of the team.
A flawless round for the Johnstown Steel. A fantastic round in attacking. The Thermite, not going to lie, missed your shots, but you came back and hit the headshot with the pistol. It's a good shot with the pistol. A little iffy on the AR shots.
Definitely, but it doesn't matter when you take such a decisive win.
4-0 right now on this first map. This is why they picked this map. They are fantastic on this map. They do not lose a whole lot of rounds on this map. They just play really well together. So I'm honestly not too surprised at this first outcome on this first map.
Definitely. They are showing why they were top dogs, and Penguin showing how well he can play on that Habana.
His Habana is probably the best Habana in the league right now, and he's definitely showing it as he has a whopping 12 kills. He has double-digit kills, and Spills hasn't died and hasn't gotten a single kill. I don't even think Spills has shot anybody. I don't think he's seen anybody all game. So I'm a little worried for Spills, but
one thing to note is that 0 kills does mean that probably he is playing a really solid support. It doesn't matter if you don't get the kill as long as somebody on your team does. if you're the man for information and you're getting that information, you're doing your job.
He's staying alive, not throwing away his body, not trying to be bait per se. Would like to see him maybe get 1 or 2 kills to kind of get his confidence up for the first game of the season, but obviously we're only 4 rounds into the season. Having no kills isn't too big of a deal. It's just a little shocking.
Yeah, definitely, and I do not want to see a 5-0 here. I do want to see this definitely be a bit more competitive. I do not want to see a my B.
I'm a little worried about this home defense again, or this gym defense. Nobody is really on site. Everyone's kind of off site, roaming around, which is why the attackers are getting on site so well. They've spot the Mozzie there in maid bedroom. They did wall off. Young Deer's going to take down the Ash out of one fantastic one-shot.
Definitely, though one thing to note is Deer is on half health, which is definitely not the best looking position. However, still it's 5v4, which is definitely better in the team with 5's advantage.
Well, Mai's going to miss that shot onto Thermite. Just missed his little opportunity to get that headshot. Kaid's there holding that angle. This Thermite angle is very good, very hard to shoot out through these little gates for defensive players. So I think
looks
this
like
is
we have a bit of a skirmish going on here. Will there be any result from it, though?
Somebody in construction did just get yokai, and Schultz did give out that call out and that information that somebody's in construction. We need to keep a mind out for them. I will keep an eye out on them.
Looks like it was Doc, because he is barely holding on just at the last shreds of his life.
Penguin in there losing a lot of health.
Down to a quarter of his health. More information trying to be sound out. Kojo is also down another quarter. And Penguin is down. Their big player is out. This might be a chance for Erie Isles to take a game. They just lost their 2 biggest players in terms of kill count.
Nomad did just get yokai'd again. She's a little drunk right now, but there's a lot of damage done to the Jaeger and the Mozzie, so if they don't play this well, Kaid going down, Spills with the first kill of his game, but he is hit so hard.
Definitely, and it's still 2v3, but one of those 3 is pretty much down for the count. You gotta play careful. You can't play risky here. Slow and steady will win the race.
Maverick did just go down by the Echo, but because there is no notifications like there would be in normal ranked or normal casual, he has no idea that he is down, but he's going to go take this yokai out there and see if he's still up. He does now see that he is up, but he does not know how bad he hit him.
Yeah, Basic barely hanging on. Cryptic about to plant the diffuser. It's now a matter of time. Schultz goes down.
Sprays through the wall.
2v1 now.
There's a lot of damage going down.
38 seconds left in the round, and that's it, and Erie takes a game.
That is a fantastic retake by them. Planting behind the squat rack there. You can't shoot through that, so getting around and finding different areas to get into the bomb site did work out for them, and it's really good that we did not see them get skunked here in the first map of the season.
Definitely. They are showing still that they have fight. This might just be the momentum they need to take them to the win for the first round over Johnstown Steel, favored on this map.
So this is the last attacking round for the Johnstown Steel, and then we're going to switch sides for them, and Erie Isles is going to get their chance to attack. Frost is going to be an interesting pick. Maestro, who I like. Ace Head, if he plays well and stays alive, those cameras are going to be so vital to this defense. And Schultz is going to swap to Cav. I don't think we're seeing Ice here
today. Instead, we're seeing Kavera.
Switched off to Cav. Ella did just get a buff. Her Scorpion's a little bit better, so I do like the pick. She's an intel-based, and she's a distortion character.
Mm-hmm. As we get around again, it's a matter of information. What information are you trying to find? Where did they place it? It looks like they placed it in the same place as last round, though.
They're going to be playing in, I believe that's Bar Clubhouse? Yes, no, they are in Armory, sorry.
Down
they went
in
back
Armory
to
for
Armory
the last round.
Yes, so I they got what happened last round when they were in Armory. People got down from kitchen and got down into the site and was down through blue, and they just kind of Johnstown kind of just rushed on the site. So I definitely think that if they played this upstairs a little bit better, that they're not going to lose so fast on Armory.
One thing to note is they could also just forfeit upstairs and hold down in the lower levels in order to assert some pressure.
So I like this Cav play, going and hiding in cached room just in case anyone wants to go into garage, using these cams to see if he can see anyone kind of moving around and forgetting where there is any cams. So as we see, somebody is going to drop straight down into blue, and this is exactly what happened last time down here. Somebody
and it looks like
Araxi
is going to be down there for the team, while the rest of the team does seem to be taking that top route.
Going to be taking out that barricade there, looking for a little rotate so they can get more movement spread around their attack. And I think they may be moving down towards dirt. Ella trying to place a deployable shield. I don't know if that's the move. He's a little distracted trying to shoot this drone and going to take a whole lot of damage from...
I'm pretty sure that was Araxi right there, as he was down in the lower levels.
The new thing that did get added to Siege is the pinging system, so he was able to ping the location and give that call out, but still let him know that, hey, somebody's there, and did take a lot of damage from them. So the attacking team's going to come back in here, and they're going to have full access to... Penguin's going to get another kill onto Hershey. Hershey had his back turned to him and no idea where he was. Ash going to take a little bit of damage. Didn't actually take any damage. Missed her shots, Ella. Let's straighten it up. Going to die.
And Kojo gets pincered out.
Penguin like going off. Penguin's getting a third kill.
Drifting more and more into Johnstown's favor. They have people within the bomb sites. They have that 5v2 advantage. Now 5v1. Acehead, the only man alive.
Last one off. Penguin's going to get the ace. That is 2 aces so far in this game. Fantastic play out by Penguin. That Habana is an absolutely amazing operator for him. And I believe our feed did just go. Did the feed go for anyone? Your game froze.
Well, that definitely does happen sometimes when the game is so intense. The console cannot just keep up.
Nope.
Again, apologies for this issue. Again, this stuff happens. Even at the highest of level, you'll sometimes see some very bad issues. In fact, there was an infamous moment in Rainbow Six, if I'm not wrong, where a competitive player's monitor was not hooked up properly, and their screen was black for an entire match.
So what ended up happening there, that happened in the Beijing, kind of the Asian and American game, a character or a player accidentally kicked his cable that was underneath his desk, kicked it and unplugged it just a little bit, so the slightest movement of his mouse would turn off his monitor, and the admins could not figure out why, and so they had to pause the match for 30 minutes to go get another monitor. So we're going to try and load back into the game and trying to get the rounds back set up to where everything was. But there's a lot of technical difficulties with Rainbow Six Siege being such a wide game and a hard game to run. There's a lot of movements and a lot of destruction going around on the map, so it can take some wear and tear on whatever system you were playing on.
Just need to tell Penguin to chill out with all these aces that he's going for.
Exactly. Penguin just turning on the fire. Absolutely bricked house, my man's Xbox. Not what you like to see.
Definitely showing why he's MVP and bringing that Antarctic freeze to this console here. Sorry.
That was a good one. I like that. A little round of applause to you there.
I'm here for a reason.
I love that reason. I love it. Love it. Fantastic. So again, my name is Hokage Connor. We're having some technical difficulties where Penguin playing a little too hot and kind of froze the server. So we're going to reconnect to the custom games and kind of figure out go figure out those rounds again.
So definitely the one thing to note is this does also pose a major change in the match. All these hiccups could definitely slow down the momentum that Erie might have started to gain, or reversely, all the momentum Johnstown have. This is pretty much a hard reset.
So it's going to give them a little bit of a break, it's a little breather, so they can talk to themselves and kind of figure out, hey, we need to be playing a little bit tighter. Don't need to be everyone doesn't need to be rotating offsite like we've been doing all game. It's obviously not been working for the past 5-6 rounds. There's no reason for everyone to be offsite and leave one person on the bomb site defending both bombs. It doesn't work.
Definitely, and you gotta be careful. And one thing that you do have to think of eventually is who will fit into each role on your team. Again, Erie is a new team, so they might be going through some growth pains that we see currently.
So the bomb diffuser is down as we hop in here to the 7th round. The attacking
and it doesn't
team,
look
the defending team is
too
not doing
good
well.
for Erie right now. They're down in a 2v5. They managed to pick off Basic, though.
This little Maverick hole, this little head high, as I was about to say, does work against you and can work for you. It worked against him there.
As Penguin punished.
Penguin has 19 kills, and I believe he's going to try and go for the record. Elysian is going to go down. Elysian's going to die to that Capitao headshot, trying to get the run out.
Now it's just Schultze versus the world, pretty much, in this 3v1 with Penguin, the man with 19 kills, the man on fire. We're still standing strong, but not to mention also Cryptic and Spills are also still formidable players in themselves, but it doesn't look like he'll be able to as this round goes to Johnstown.
Penguin, obviously, the MVP so far in this first game. He now has 20 kills, which is unheard of in Siege. You do not see a lot of double-digit kills in Pro League, and especially in Casual. You'll see a couple of them, but it just shows what a kind of player Penguin is. He is an absolute slayer playing Habana and Jaeger, big damage players, and it's just, I mean, just look at the kill spread. I mean, Kojo, my man. It's 0-7. It hurts. It hurts because that was I like Kojo. He's a good guy. He's a good person to talk to. I was hoping that Kojo would play a little bit better. He just hasn't found his groove. And when they find the groove, they're going to be fine.
Definitely. It does seem like there might be some communication issues or some growing pains, but it's just a matter of trying to overcome that hurdle. And I would love to see them definitely try and do that eventually during this game, hopefully, but if not, maybe later on in the season to eventually overcome this hurdle.
We are hopping on now to match points. The defenders, Johnstown Steel, the former champions, looking like themselves, like they haven't skipped a beat. Erie Isles is obviously having the growing pains, like you mentioned, still trying to figure out everyone's play style and the chemistry. I thought they may have it a little bit figured out, but it looks like that Johnstown Steel may just be on Clubhouse just a tad bit better in communicating and their play style.
Definitely. And one thing to note is that I noticed immediately a lot of them are setting up camping areas versus the roaming style of Erie Isles. That thing that you said was so bad is coming to the advantage of Johnstown, as they are not doing that. They're doing, in fact, the opposite, and it's coming to bite them in the butt that they're not doing that, as Young Deer takes massive damage, barely hanging on.
Looks like he tried to get into the bottom of blue through the top, and Kojo is going to get his first kill and go down. Oh no, Hershey went down. Kojo did get that first kill that he needed, is going to get picked up by the Legion into blue, making a whole lot of noise. Not surprised to see him go down after making that much noise. This
definitely doesn't look good for Erie Isles. 2 players barely hanging on. Acehead, the only one remaining healthy, while there are still 3 players untouched on Johnstown.
I think you need to repel up and move out of that situation, get away from Garage. They have it too, and that's exactly what they're doing, putting down the Claymore, letting the smoke, and this Capitao is going to move away, trying to get out of that Garage line side where it is just, he's just running into a machine, and Twitch is going to get down by the Kaid. I'm not quite sure where Kaid was, but Mozzie now coming down here too. Main stairs, the spiral stairs, going to be holding this area. Maybe got a call up that somebody was around here. Doesn't look like it. Deer
this
goes
is looking
down.
pretty much over at this point. Schultze,
Yeah.
the last man alive once more, but he has under a quarter of his health, and he's facing against pretty much healthy Johnstown besides for Penguin.
Everyone is basically has all of their utilities and everything left. I do not see, unless Schultze pulls out an amazing shroud-like moment, we would say. I do not see this. I see Jonestown taking this win decisively, as you can see by the score.
And there's under a minute left in the match. You do have to plant that diffuser down at some point,
and that's going to be
that is it.
The 4K for the Legion, shooting the body, a little disrespect, like, hey, you guys playing the champions, you know what you're doing. And they are phenomenal. It was a fantastic win for Johnstown. Johnstown just played amazing. And Penguin,
definitely.
MVP for sure.
Penguin popped off hard. As you said, over 20 kills. Not double digits is really rare to see, but not only did he hit double digits, he doubled the base requirement for double digits in this game alone.
He dropped a double-double in Siege, and it is not something you see a lot, and it's very surprising, to say the least. Penguin is definitely a player that is looking to go back-to-back on league MVPs, and he's making a statement saying, hey, I'm the king here, I play on the Kings team, and we're here to stay.
Definitely, and as we move on to Oregon, we hope that it won't be some double trouble for the Erie Isles.
So Oregon's going to be the pick that Erie Isles did pick, is going to be the map that they picked. Hopefully that they figure out their roaming problems. That's the biggest thing for me, is that they continue to roam. They did it every single defense. You cannot sit there and do the exact same thing. That's the definition of crazy, is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. It's the same thing. They're picking the same operators, and it's not working for them. So I think you'll see them playing maybe a little more the campy, slow style, but who knows? They may be hard-headed and just say, this is our style, this is what we're going to do.
And definitely, and if they're going to play that style, I'm curious to see if they will actually change some of their operators, if they will try to go for that heavy rush style to sort of catch off that rhythm that Johnstown Steel has been making, because Lion has been known to disturb the rhythm of the game.
I think you may see a Buck pick. This is Xbox, and so the Buck pick may not make a whole lot of sense just because of the recoil on both of his guns, but his gadget, that underbarrel shotgun, make the soft breach and the frags are just a phenomenal thing for them to be using. So I would like to see maybe somebody pick out the Buck. I do not see Penguin going off Habana. He's going to play Habana. Habana is used on every single map. There's not a map she cannot be used.
And in fact, I'm pretty sure we saw a Habana in every single round that game, showing how powerful that character is. She cannot be denied. Her breaches cannot be denied. It is such a powerful, powerful tool.
If I'm Erie Isles here, I'm going to play a little mind games with my ban pick on the attacking side, and I'll ban Habana just to get Penguin onto his second tier his second main operator. If that would be what if I was the captain here, if I was Acehead, I would say, this is what you guys need to do. We need to ban him, get him off his groove, and play a different style.
One thing to note, though, is that the ban also does affect their team. It's a matter of, is banning Habana so that Penguin can play it worth enough for them to not also be able to play that character.
She is a hard breacher, but there are other hard breachers you can use unless if Johnstown decides to ban Thatcher, or not Thatcher, Thermite. If they decide to burn Thermite as well, the Maverick play is going to be in, and that's about it. So if they decide to ban all hard breachers, soft breaching, and running into doorways, Oregon has a lot of tight doorways and not a whole lot of open areas for them to shoot out like Clubhouse does. So we could see a lot of soft breaches, a lot of Monty plays. The Monty did get fixed, so we could see Monty getting played here on Oregon.
Definitely. It will take a bit for us to get into the match, but there were definitely some things that I would like to mention is, again, a bunch of players were popping off. However, there were some issues. Again, like you mentioned, roaming is very, very much, though it is a big part of the game, roaming is also what leaves you exposed. It is what leads into, if you're more familiar with other games and the like, a sort of bait and punish style where roaming sort of leaves you open to those punishes though you are trying to bait, it is a high risk, high reward option.
Roaming, if done well and if done to its highest ability, is a wonderful style. What you want to have is maybe two roamers maximum, maybe one character who's a 3-speed to run around and kind of get a flank on somebody who doesn't make a whole lot of noise, like a Vigil, like a Cav, or a Mozzie who makes a little bit and doesn't make too much noise, has good enough guns to get the kills. It's a style that we're going to end up seeing because Erie Isles I don't think it's going to change their style. I think they're going to play the roaming and try and get picks. But we're going to hop into Oregon. We're going to hop into the ban phase, the attacking ban phase, right?
Definitely.
Now.
I'm hoping to see eventually from them maybe a more familiar 2-2-1 style with support fraggers and one flex that one person can just pop off with.
I don't know Erie Isles' full play style. I don't know their roles. As I called it. Let's call it Connor's intuition. The Habana did get banned, a target ban for a Penguin, but it's also a situational ban, getting rid of that really good S-tier hard breacher.
That hard jutsu call out there with that Habana ban. Let's see what happens next. 3, 2, 1, and the ban choice is
Thatcher. So Thatcher
Two
getting banned
hard
again.
breachers out of play here.
So Thatcher, the EMPs, getting rid of bandits and mute jammers and anything electronic is gone to the wayside. He was banned last map, banned again. You will see him banned. Mira getting banned again. So far, Mira has a 100% ban rate, and so does Thatcher. Interesting. Maybe see Clash again to keep the same bans from the defense as you did see last match.
Definitely. It could definitely happen here, and we'll see it right now.
Legion getting banned is good on this map and can be bad if you're starting on defense. Obviously, this was Johnstown's pick. They wanted to get rid of the Legion. Legion is a pest to play against, having to pull out those needles that get stuck in your knee, getting stuck in your shin. So I think that the target ban is good. Cali pick may be interesting. Warden pick. Don't know how I like
Warden. We are seeing the Zofia that was banned get picked here. So definitely that is something to note, that this character has been released. Maybe Spills is about to go absurd on this map, just like Penguin did the last time.
Is going to be 6 pick off. Capcan's going to be taken off instead of Smoke. Nomad pick. All right, looks like everyone's set. Capcan with the booby traps placed around the map, going to be good intel. Put out some damage. I like it. The Cali pick from Penguin. Maybe he's going to take out his Interface clan, hit some 360 no scopes. I'd like to see it. Maybe a YY fakey, but who knows? And I'm ready to get into it. Game 2, Jonestown Steel up 1-0 against the Erie Isles.
Definitely, as we begin this preparation phase, it's a matter of where did they set up? will the other team find it within this short preparation phase, and what are they going to do in order to trap and limit them in the way they want?
I'm a little puzzled by Kojo's pick of Warden. There wasn't a maybe Kojo is AFK and didn't get his pick off in time. Oh, Kojo's back, okay. But I'm a little concerned with that pick. Warden isn't a character that's picked a lot. He's considered a D S tier character. His guns aren't that best, and his ability is rather sad.
But as we start out, Ace immediately wiped from the field.
With I believe I think that may have been an accidental C4 kill, nitrocell kill. I think he tried to
because there was no marker of a kill from the other team, which definitely is not a good thing. You don't want to be seeing that if you're an Erie Isles fan.
Capcan going down again. Kojo getting picked. This penguin taking a lot of damage here, and I think we're lagging a little bit. Ella did get some more damage down. Penguin's still at full health. Hershey going down.
A lot of people going down, and now it's Kojo on that Warden, and that is it. Johnstown cannot be denied here today.
Their attacking is absolutely phenomenal. They are a runaway train on attack. It is very hard to stop them. It looks like everyone's a well-oiled machine. It looks like we're basically they're in mid-season form already, and it's good to see from them.
Yeah, it seems like they started up where they left off. And even there, like you saw, it doesn't matter. You don't have Hibana, it doesn't matter for them. They can flex off of whatever.
So Warden now is getting put away, which I was questioning. I wonder if he meant to take Valk, whose character icon is just above, Warden's icon is just above Valk's pick. So he may have accidentally picked Warden and wanted to pick Valk, because I think Valk's a way better character on this, just in general, with her cams and her intel for this meta.
Definitely. Accidental misclicks can happen, and sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet on it.
It's surprising to see. I wish we had a replay of what happened to Ace. I think he went to open up a rotation hole and was a little too close. Just like that, he opened up that rotation hole. Did some damage. Deer is going to take damage. It looks like, I don't know how he took that damage, to be honest with you.
Probably another mishap with a breach or something like that when setting up.
I think Erie Isles is flustered. They really look like they're flustered. They're not playing their game. They were kind of hoping to dethrone the champions, and if that first game was anything, it's not good.
It's not looking good for them at all. Most of them barely got any kills. It was mainly just like 4v1s at most towards the end, or even just 5s with occasional perfects.
So we are going to see that Buck play from basic. He's going to be a key player, a key operator to see used on these soft breaches. That skeleton key is wonderful to break down these soft doors. Thermite charge going in from Cryptic. Open up that bomb site area. I think Kojo may have maybe getting a phone call from his girlfriend.
I would argue it looks like that they're actually trying to take it slow here, and they get Penguin. Looks like that they are actually changing a bit of the strategy. They're taking it a bit slower here, and if this is a sign, it might be drifting in the flavor. But however, the diffuser going down at barely under 2 minutes in, this might just be a fast round. Now the defense has to try and push through, and they're starting to fall apart.
Nomad did just go off on the back. Basic is going to pick up the Capcan rotating, and that is going to be the second round for Johnstown Steel. It's a runaway train at this point. I do not see them losing this momentum unless something tragic happens.
They're definitely going on a train, and it is going straight through this team.
They're looking ahead to their next game, apparently, is what they look like. The train went into the station in the Erie Isles, and they decided, choo-choo, we're not stopping. We're going straight through Erie.
Mm-hmm.
The Mozzie pick, I like the Mozzie pick. The Amaru pick to grapple into places, into those little hatches, and I wonder. I want to see. I'm gonna say it. I want to see an Amaru rush with a shotgun. I don't think we'll see it, but if we do see it, I'll be freaking out.
Though, if there is a player to do it in the Xbox League, it would be Penguin at the moment. The one thing I would like to mention that I'm noticing is a lot of wish-wash and with who gets to play which character on Eerie Isles. Last round, it was Young Deer on the mute. Now it's Kojo on the mute instead. Maybe they said that Kojo would be better, but it is not a good sign to see someone going into a different character than they were the previous round if another player was playing it.
I think Kojo may be having some internet troubles. It did take him a second to get into that round, so that may be a little factor of why he's kind of sitting in a corner and not really moving, because he's completely still right now trying to figure out whatever he's downloading. Something's going on.
And it doesn't look too good as Young Deer taking over a quarter already, and it's just the preparation phase.
I'm a little puzzled by that. I hope they aren't having some inter squad, a little bickering, because he turned his laser on himself and did a whole bunch of damage. Looks like 25 damage to himself, a little bit more than that actually. I don't know why he's doing that. Obviously, we don't have any comms to hear what they're saying. I wonder if somebody said something and he didn't like it because he's doing it again, as putting himself down to 50.
And he's down to half health, and it's already begun. And Eerie Isles sort of crippled themselves there. Hope they get some power line adapters to fix those internet issues, if that is what is going on for them as this round begins.
I hope that they did not just make the call at that last round and go, hey, let's chalk it and go next week. Spacek's going to take Ace Head down. This Buck play, he's a fantastic Buck player. Schulte is going to get the kill onto the Nomad, trying to rush in there and get onto the bomb site. Kojo getting taken down. The mute's going down. He's on the floor, crawling around, hoping somebody
trying to find a teammate, but I don't think that there's anyone close enough to him at the moment, as Hershey falls as well.
Spill's going to get the kill. Penguin getting a kill. Spill's getting taken down by Young Deer.
And now it's Young Deer versus the world, but because of that damage, he's at half health, while the rest of the three...
And it's going to be a round for the Johnstown. I'm not sure what's going on. Here's Amaru in action, comes up from angles that you do not expect, but you do hear when the hatch breaks and you hear the zipline noise, you know to turn around. I don't think Young Deer has his headsets turned on, so he can't hear people moving around.
One thing to note, though, is that he was firing at a different direction, so I'm pretty sure that was a pincer move there by Penguin to close out that round.
So we're going to see a Ying play. Haven't seen Ying played so far. Was picked, but did get 6 picked off of in Clubhouse. Wonderful character. Her Candelas that uses the flashbangs. It's going to be super useful. Warden getting picked again, so that makes me think that Warden was an intentional pick on the first round. 6th pick has come and gone. Now hopping into it, I'm a little worried about the Isles and what's going on in their mental and their psyche right now.
Definitely, as we see Mute again jump to a different player, instead on Ace this time.
I think something's going on. They're trying to figure out. This may just be like a feeler game for them, trying to figure out what everyone wants to play, but that's kind of what scrims are for. This is your first getting streamed.
This is the first round, guys. This is not a scrim.
This is live. We're live. We're here streaming on the Twitch. I think we are getting a little bit of they're having a little problems communicating with each other and not playing together. As everyone's still, what I said at the beginning before the game started, everyone's still rotating around, not playing bomb sites very well.
They're definitely going for that heavy roam, which again has been punished over and over and over again. This they got to rethink their plan if this is what they're going to go for.
We're going to be seeing Spills already making his way into blue, going to be trying to secure this area so he can get in there, take out that mute jammer, and get this wall open and get into the bomb site and start planting. Looks like
As
Ash
we see, a
AFK
breach
there.
looks like it's Presh. And
Ace
they're
to get
rushing
that
in.
first
Ace
opening
goes
kill again.
Down, and now it's a 5v4 in Johnstown advantage once more.
The Yings being used did just work against them. Penguin gonna pick up the kill. Pick up two, actually, excuse me. A little bit of team damage, and Penguin's going to take out a 3K, I believe. Just
still
phenomenal
that is
plays.
Decisive and clear. Those pretty much flawless flicks onto the teams. There was some slight missing, but nearly most of the time he was right around those heads.
And again, like we saw in the first game, 4-0, not a whole lot. Not even a whole lot. There is no they're basically playing against bots. There's no defense for them. They haven't taken a whole lot of damage. Erie Isles haven't been taking out the kills that they need to. They need to get that first pick to get that man advantage on them and stick on to bomb sites and maybe playing some weird off angles that these Steel players do not see a whole lot.
All right, as the round begins, again, Erie Isle still on defense. Will they keep their rotational style that's been punished heavily, or will they finally change? Doesn't look like it, and looks like we are seeing a bit of latency issues, which is definitely worrying.
I wonder if that's a little concern for the Erie Isles. They're like, hey, we're having a lot of internet problems. Let's just chalk it, finish this game out, and go on to the next week. Figure out what we're going to do for our next matchup. Deer, playing the dock, teabagging around, having some fun, playing in that second garage area.
Definitely having some fun with those tactical crouches.
Exactly.
As the action phase begins, will it be different?
I have a seeking suspicion that we are not going to see anything different. As you see, there's
it doesn't look like it at the moment. They are roughly around the bomb site, but I don't see any. It seems like anyone around there at the moment for Erie Isles.
I'm hoping Kojo kind of figures out that he cannot get up. They cannot get up there anymore. That spot has been patched. You cannot sit on top of that box and look out that spot anymore. I think they finally figured it out. Penguin's going to get the first kill onto Hershey. Got the second onto Ace. Got a lot of damage.
Young Deer and Ace had also fall. Kojo
with
goes
a quad
down.
kill.
Penguin's on a quad again. He's running mad.
Trying to get that ace, the third ace of the series. It's a 4v1 for Schultze. Going to put out some damage. Looking for the ace.
Down a minute left for Schultze if he wants to try and make it, but he can't.
Spill is finishing off with the knife, a little stab in the back like, tag, you're it. So Spill is finishing out that round. Penguin going off something that we've been seeing for the first round and so far this game as well.
Definitely. Penguin's been riding that heat, riding it, sliding all the way through the team, and you just gotta wonder what is going on with Erie. What is going on their side that this has happened? Is it just experience? Is it player information? Or is it just the fact that Penguin is just playing crazy today?
I think Penguin made a couple things to G Fuel and was sitting there drinking some G Fuel, and it just got him playing some nice music, getting himself into the right mindset, and his preparation and his time put into this game is definitely showing here on these Division 1's Xbox games.
Definitely. It's definitely showing as we begin into round 6. Are we 6 as things look more and more desperate for the Erie Isles? They desperately need to get just one round on the board, or else this might just end up being a 7-0.
I would like to see how good is Penguin? Penguin has 10 kills already. Penguin already has hit double-digit kills 5 rounds into this game. And, Deer taking some more damage. That's his character running into
And
walls.
Hershey as well in the side fire.
I think Hershey did get hit with something, may have gotten shot. Somebody shot a drone and accidentally shot Hershey. But we're going to hop in here with the
You gotta
Amara.
be careful. Why are you with shooting yourself in the foot like that? It can be dangerous. As we see Araxi run in here, is he gonna find a head as he starts roaming in there?
He's making the play.
He finds one and gets it.
And
finds
the dock.
another.
This play.
He's looking carefully around the corners, but one thing to note is he is still playing semi-slow.
Basic finding. That's third kill. They are up 3 bodies right now, but these bodies that are still alive. Schultz taking out 2.
Go down. However, Araxi just traded for a triple kill, and it's just Schultz left, and he gets caught.
It's another good round. Erie's kind of starting to put up that fight, kind of starting to figure out what's going on, and that's reassuring. Obviously, the first game didn't go their way, and this game hasn't been going their way, but getting a few more kills and starting to kind of figure out each other's play style is key. So we are on match point, and we are on match point for them. If
Isles have one chance to make it through with offense this time, as rounds did just switch over for them. Hopefully this swap will be in their advantage, but if Johnstown can just hold off and prevent them from defusing the bomb or knocking them all out, that's it. This is over, and Johnstown will take the win.
So Cryptic 6 picking off of Kaid to get the clash. Kind of a troll, because they did see the Blitz get picked out. Blitz, another character that's a shield operator, but he only has a half shield, and he kind of shoots out a camera flash for the people that don't know, and it blinds it's basically a flashbang on a shield, and he runs around with the pistol. He's a very good operator if played right. I don't know Acehead's style with Blitz, but hopefully
it looks like they are just having fun with their setup here. They are setting up a rotation point while spinning around.
The Steel have are just having fun at this point. Haven't had a lot of pushback against them, so I see them kind of having more fun with the operator picks. Goyo, you don't see a whole lot of picks. He was picked last round. If you saw the little red spot on the deployable shield, if you shoot that canister, it breaks the shield and turns everything in that area into fire. Does some damage. Really good operator to play, but you don't see him played a whole lot in Pro League.
Definitely. As the round begins and the clock begins to tick, you wonder, will Erie Isles manage to get this, or will they drown? And Hershey Bar does fall here as they're poked.
Cryptic being used as an information, holding this area. Clash is currently being detected because they are outside of the building. So when you are outside of the building, you do get detected like you are right now. So the Blitz is currently getting shocked by Clash's ability. And Blitz kind of backing up, going, okay, I cannot take this fight right now. I don't have anybody with me. I need to just back away.
It looks like there is a small skirmish going on here. No bodies pop just yet.
I wonder if Acehead doesn't see that her shield is up, but the shield is up. Deer going down here again.
Spills does fall, though. This is the momentum they need, but Kojo does fall as well, and it's Acehead versus the world.
4v1. Blitz taking down Penguin, the MVP of the game. For sure, looking to see if somebody's going to come down here and take out this Blitz. And
it's gonna be really hard. 3v1 does manage to find another. They are fully going out, exposing themselves to the world. Araxi there, but Araxi knocks him out, and that is it.
That is the game. Johnstown Steel, your champions from last season. coming in and showing everyone why they're champions. They made the roster moves, and it looks like they're as strong as ever.
Yeah, strong as steel, just like their name.
I like that one. That's a good one. That's a good pun. I like it. Fantastic. So who would you say? I think the answer is pretty obvious. Who was the MVP for this series?
Is there really an argument here? Do we
I don't
really
think
have to
so.
go into discussion?
I really don't think so. I think Penguin is definitely the MVP for that game. I think he dropped 33 kills in total.
He did 20 within the first round, and it did say 11, so yes, 33 kills total, making this game almost look like it was a scrim.
Was an absolute oh gosh, how would I describe this game? It was a debauchery.
Avalanche.
Yeah, it was not. It was just.
It was a complete avalanche. It
not
just
good.
like avalanche, the boulders start to fall, and as they began to fall, they just get bigger and bigger and cause more and more damage. And there was a shine of light with the one game Erie managed to clutch, but that light was immediately snuffed out.
The Steel definitely looking like a team that may be just a step above Erie Isles at this point. They are a new team, so we can't knock them too much. So the first time they've been in the Rocket League scene, right? Or the Rocket League scene. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Which one? Which channel? Okay. Go to General. Hey, Penguin.
Hello.
Penguin, are you there?
Yeah.
Hello, and congratulations on your win today.
Thank you.
So I gotta ask, what the Habana pick? Obviously, you are a fantastic Habana player, and you showed that here today.
Thanks.
But 20 kills, is that your highest with Habana?
Definitely with Habana. I don't really play her that often, but
You don't play Habana that often, but yet you dropped 20 kills. So I definitely do see you using using her a lot more.
maybe a little bit. Just maybe.
It's a fantastic job. Congrats to you. You played phenomenally. Your team did so well. You guys made a roster move. How are you feeling about that roster move?
It's clearly doing great. We also had a few scrims with it, and we were winning those. And it's just been working out well. We already have good chemistry with the new guys. So
That's definitely nice and amazing to hear. Before all this game happened, before the complete and utter showcase that you made, what were you thinking before going into this game?
we were just feeling really confident because we haven't lost a scrim as this 5-stack yet. And we knew we were better than Erie because, we're just better than Erie. So we just had to make sure we didn't choke like we did that one round.
It's a lot of confidence there. You guys, the one round, I think the Maverick getting down there put his body out too much. I can't remember who was playing Maverick that round, but it was just a small little mental thing that you guys did. Almost clean sweep Erie Isles. I think we may be seeing that a little bit more, not a little bit more, a lot more from you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Seth,
Definitely.
do you have
Yes,
anything?
I do. So Penguin, of course, is famously known for creating some Seth art. My question for you is, when are we going to get some Rainbow Six Seth art?
Whenever you want.
So especially after that performance, I think whatever operator you were using, I know you guys. What was the operator he was using? Habana.
Habana.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Just want to correct myself, but yeah, make sure maybe crop my face on there or do something because that was an outstanding performance. I will let you do that because you deserve to do that. So and also congratulations again on your becoming first team all county for soccer as well. That we said that in the player spotlight. So great job, great performance all around. Johnstown Steel are your winners. I think that's it for me.
All right, and one more thing. Is there anything you want to shout out before we head off or anything else? Any Twitch streams that you guys do when you're screaming or just your artwork in any way?
Not really, but to all the other teams, if anyone wants smoke, we need scrims next week. And if Greensburg wants to, they need to make sure they bring the Barracuda guy or whatever. And we'll just make sure we take care of them too.
I like it. A lot of attitude. Bring out the big guns. Bring us out, Barracuda. Congrats, Penguin. Go celebrate with your team. It was a good night for you guys. Go enjoy yourselves.
Thank you. You too.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be taking a 5-minute intermission break. The next game up is going to be the PC game. It's going to be Armada versus the Allentown Liberty versus Harrisburg Armada here on the esports company Twitch. Make sure you guys stick around.
That'll definitely be a game to see. Hope to see you in the next half.
See ya.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Esport Company's Rainbow Six PC League. This is the first match of Season 3. I'm joined here by my co-host, Matt. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good, John. Thanks for, having me over here today. I'm really excited for the beginning of this tournament this season. I think, we're out for some really good matchups throughout the season, but today especially, we got the Allentown Liberty, the defending champs, versus the Harrisburg Armada. They're just the new team, new kids on the block. So, we'll see what they have. We don't really know much about them. We don't know how much they play, know what they play. So, yeah, I mean, John, if you have any thoughts on, what you think we're going to see today, I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting because, like you said, Liberty is the reigning champs from last year, and Armada is brand new this year. So, in order for them, they're going to have to probably pull off something. They're going to have to pull off something quite interesting to actually win this match. I mean, Allentown last season was pretty strong overall. I mean, all their players finished up in the top 10 for KDA.
Yeah.
And you had some score above even a 2.5 in their KDA, which is for Siege, that's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, that they are. All of them they're good communicators. We saw that their communication. They're a very clean, crisp team. But they've also just got some excellent, marksmen on that team. Some excellent shooters. So you got to take out some of those key guys first if you're going to win those gunfights. If you take out Raider first, I mean that you're in good shape. He is the sharpshooter. He's the second best in the league, I would say, just in terms of kills. He is just one of the best. Pufferfish is from just watching them. He is where the whole team goes through. He is I would say the team captain. So if you can take him out and disrupt him, get his head out of the game, you're in good shape.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and Puffer is the Allentown team captain, and taking him out might disrupt some of those comms that they have set up, which in Siege communication is one of the top things in this game. So disrupting communications however you can definitely will give your team the edge here. Our first map is going to be Cafe. That is a map that Allentown knows pretty well. They've picked it about 3 times, I think I can count here when I'm looking at the sheet. I think they picked it 3 times. And each time they've been pretty dominating on this map. This is definitely one of their strongest maps. And having it map 1, it's going to be, again, Armada's going to have to, they're going to have to show up tonight for sure. And this is a challenging week 1 match for them.
Yeah, this will kind of show us what Armada is made out of. Maybe we'll see. If they come out here and they just get stomped on, then that's a good learning point. You can learn, hey, you just lost to the best team in the league, so the defending champ. So it's not that big of a deal. Don't turn on your team. Don't quit or anything. Just keep your head up. Just try to hold your own, learn something from this, and try to win it, obviously. And if you can win it, that's huge. Great start to the season. But we'll see. We don't know what to expect from Armada, but hopefully, if they can pull off this win, I mean, all eyes are gonna be on Armada if they can get this win.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, they're brand new. You can't. It's going to be interesting. That's for sure. And but yeah, so the first map will be Cafe. Then we will go over to Clubhouse, which is what Armada picked. And then the decider, if we get to that, will be on Oregon. And overall, these maps are pretty standard, I would say. Usually Theme Park and Villa usually get banned out. If they do stay in, usually that team that picks that will usually have some sort of strat up their sleeve. But yeah, for week 1 match, all 3 of these maps are pretty safe overall. I would say these are pretty much your standard Siege maps.
Yeah, there's nothing crazy or nothing. It doesn't seem like Armada was trying to pick something super, out of the blue to throw Liberty off. So I think they're just trying to play it straight up. See kind of test what Liberty's made of. So we'll see. I mean, and this is both these maps are maps that Liberty is very used to playing. They've choose these 2 a lot. I don't think they ban either of these much. So yeah, I think this is a good setup. It's a good start for Liberty. So we'll see.
Yeah, and again, I mean, I think I just from what I've heard, I'm pretty sure the Armada, like their players are pretty high up in the ranked ladder. At least I believe that they have a couple. I believe they have a couple plats, and I'm not sure. They might have like one diamond. I'm not too sure on that, but I know that they do have some of those plat level players. So I mean, even though they're new to this season, they definitely still have strong players on their team.
Yeah.
So I mean, even if maybe like the communication isn't there quite yet, because Liberty has been in the this is their, they've been in the esport company season 2, so they have that communication sort of set. But if Armada can kind of figure out that's communication, there is a possibility here that of a map 3 or even an Armada win.
Yeah. So, and that's something that, like you said, even though Armada's new to this league, they're not new to Siege. They know the metas. They know what to do. They know what they need to do to win this game. There are no scrubs in this league. This is a competitive league. Everyone is good at this game. There is no gimmies. So you could lose to anyone on any given day. I think a big part is what comes down to is communication and just doing what you have to do and being patient. This game is a very patient game. I went out and played 18 holes of golf today, did horribly. And because most of the part, it was because I'm not patient. And that is my downfall in this game as well, is I'm not patient, and it gets me killed, gets my teammates killed very often because of my mistakes and because I am careless. Now, these guys are much, much better than I won't speak for you, but for me, much better than me. I love this game. I'm just not gonna. I'm no diamond. I'm no plat. So, this is a very patient game. This is not something that you have to just rush in and be a Rambo, be a guy who's gonna put the team on your back. You can. There is such a thing as doing too much and costing your team.
Yeah, I mean, it is like you said, like it is. You do have to, again, I'll say it again, you do have to, communicate with your team. If you push up, let's say, some staircase here on a cafe, let's say you push up, let's say you just push up to cigars or something like that on that staircase there. That is a popular spot to just get flanked. So you need to make sure you're watching those flanks, and communication is everything there. Go ahead.
And I think Allentown especially needs to be the patient ones here, because they know how they play. They know what to do. So if they get too careless and they think, oh, it's a new team, we don't know anything about Armada, we're just going to go in there and stomp them. They get a little risky. They might, they don't know how Armada plays. So, the other teams, when they play, they go, okay, they typically did this. I know this player, he does this. Now, Armada, they don't know what they do. So they could have a very weird setup. They could have 3 people lurking and just around the map trying to get those pick off those kills. I don't know why they would do it, but maybe that's what they want to do. So we don't really know, and neither does Liberty. So again, they have to just stick to what they know and just play. And now I'm seeing that we have everyone on both teams, so we're just waiting to start here, and we'll get this thing going.
Yeah, and I think another important part of Siege here, other than communication, is and just your gun skills, of course, is Siege is I've always heard it described as an emotional game too. Like you said, like if you come in overconfident and then you start getting maybe you lose 2 rounds in a row or something like that, it can start to stack up to where you're not just going to lose 2 rounds in a row, you're going to lose 3 or 4 now, and that's going to really set you back. So Liberty, they have to keep a clear head here, especially with a new team coming in. Armada might have strats up their sleeve here that we haven't seen before, and that could absolutely. Really mix up Liberty to the point where they're losing a couple rounds.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. I think Liberty is definitely if there was some Vegas betting on esports right now, I think Liberty would be favored. But our Armada could definitely pull it off. Like I said, no scrubs in this league.
Yeah, no, the PC Siege League is pretty strong overall. I mean, all the teams, all the teams have players in that top 12 players. So I mean, and all those top 12 have KDs above like 1.3, 1.4. So it is a competitive league. But it's just kind of, making sure that you have that communication locked down. You have a couple strats up your sleeve when you need to pull them out. And, you can win those crucial gunfights. And any sort of spawn peak, anything like that. I mean, you need to win that fight if you are going to take something like that.
Yeah, and it seems with this level of skill, the guns, the gunplay comes pretty second nature to these guys. They as people say, they hit those, they make those shots. These shots that some of these guys can make is just ridiculous. But not just one guy can do it. They're not just carrying a whole team. They all can do it. So when they start playing, it comes down to strategy. It comes down to knowing the maps by heart, and it comes down to being able to pivot on a fly. One axis gets cut off. Two guys get taken down. All right, how are you going to pivot? How are you going to rotate around the map? How are you going to rotate and flank? Kind of confuse the enemy. On both offense and defense. So it is a game of wits as much as it is about pure skill. With knowing the operator comps, knowing who does what, better than another teammate. So yeah, it's a very interesting game. It's part of the reason I love Rainbow Six.
Yeah, no, it's a great game. I mean, there's just so much that you can do within the game, especially with the operators approaching. Oh my gosh, I don't even know how many there are at this point. But I mean, there's new ones being added, every couple of months, and the game completely changes. This season here, we're going to see potentially tonight the first use of Zero in the league. So
True.
That alone is going to provide attackers with more, a lot more cameras and such that they can use, a lot more intel.
Yeah, and John, I just crunched the numbers for you. There's 47 attackers and 31 defenders available to play. 28 it seems.
Okay, and now we're going to just switch over to Seth real quick for the player spotlight before we begin tonight's match. Seth, go ahead.
For the two teams here, Allentown Liberty. Let's start off with them. Pufferfish Boy from, I don't even know how to pronounce this, Zeke. Emmaus, PA? Emmaus, PA? Emmaus, PA. You heard it there.
There you go.
Got it. All right, his favorite operator is Maverick. He played for Collegiate, Penn State, Rainbow Six Siege. So we are, shout out, Penn State. Pufferfish played for them over there. And R6 for 2 seasons prior to joining the eSport company, so he's an experienced Rainbow Six player. And that is Pufferfish, again, captain of the Allentown Liberty. Let's head over to the Harrisburg Armada. Scrap in-game name is TMS. From Ohio, favorite operator is Bibana. Started playing first-person shooter games at 10 years old. I would say I probably started right around there. What about you, Zeke? When did you start playing Rainbow Six games? Hop in here.
I hate Rainbow Six.
What about first-person shooter?
I'm not good at shooters.
All right, so whatever. All right, I think that is your player spotlight again. Scrap, Harrisburg Armada, team captain, Pufferfish. Watch him right here in this game. Coming at you right now. So, guys, back to you.
Thanks, Seth.
Thank you, Seth.
So I believe we're getting ready to hop into game one here. And again, this is going to be on Cafe, which is a very strong map for Liberty.
Yep.
So we're gonna have to see if Armada picks up a couple different strats here to kind of catch them off guard. Whether that is through some of the offensive rounds or some of their defensive rounds. We'll see.
Now, John, let's go ahead and explain if there's any viewers on here that aren't super familiar with this game. Let's explain what's happening right now.
Yeah, sure. So this is the ban phase. This is going to happen every map. Each map, certain operators might be a little too strong. Maybe they just have a couple strategies that are, just a little bit more interesting with these operators gone or, with other operators in. So these first 2 bans, of course, these are pretty standard. Jackal and Thatcher. Jackal, of course, is mostly for that, keeping an eye out for lurkers. Anybody outside of that base or outside of the bomb sites, their feet are going to be picked up, their footsteps on this. Thatcher, of course, is going to bring those EMPs to take out a lot of the defensive gadgets. And, him being gone, that's going to allow for an easier time for any hard breachers to sort of start opening up different line of sights here.
Oh, and Armada bans Oryx. Okay, so they're not wanting the big push right there. Our Oryx is someone that's used to break through walls, so they're not wanting there to be any, kind of tomfoolery, if you will, with Oryx. He is kind of a, just a deal breaker when it comes to, you can make it a completely valid, great strategy, and then Oryx just literally runs through a wall and screws up your entire plan.
Yeah, Oryx is an interesting operator overall. You can do a lot of different things with him, just in terms of flanking and different things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So my stream here is actually lagging a little bit on my end, so I'm not too sure. You might want to take the lead here, because the web one is not working well. So.
Gotcha. Well, we're just loading in. We've got Gridlock, Nomad, Thermite, Zofia, and Buck for the blue team, the attackers, which is Allentown Liberty, the defending champs. And then we have Kaid, Valkyrie, Bandit, Legion, and Malusi for the defenders. See, we're getting loaded in here. Let's see what happens. All right, I'm getting a pretty good lag here as well, John. Liberty has already found the bomb site, so that was a quick decision for them. They just jumped in, found it. All right, now let's see how they set up.
Yeah, mine is it's kind of coming in waves here. But I do see. We do have. So I do see the bandit putting a couple bandit charges on the wall behind the counter on bakery. That is pretty standard. Allentown will probably have something prepared for it there. But again, kitchen is a pretty strong site on Cafe. Usually, teams might go for that bar on the 3rd floor, but kitchen's a pretty strong one as well. Kitchen is one where verticality does come into play a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You are going to have to defend from up top, and you're just gonna have to keep an eye out for that. And there is that sight line outside of bakery, that opening. A lot of kills will happen there as well.
Yeah,
and
we're seeing Liberty go vertical now. They're breaking in from the roof, so we're gonna see a vertical push. We'll see if they can pick off anyone or see anyone with a drone.
All right, I am going to. I'm just going to attempt to rejoin here, so you can just take this round. I'm going to see if I can get this working, because it is. I can't do anything here.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad on my end too. All right, they're entering. Pufferfish Boy and Rack are making a push through the top. Okay, we got everyone watching their corners, watching their sectors. Nothing too crazy happening yet on our end. Liberty is sticking together. They're not grouping up, or they're not just singling each other out. They're just staying as a group, trying to push from the roof. All right, I guess I was muted. I didn't touch anything, but can anyone hear me? All right, John, are you back?
I launched the ad. I'm not sure if you can hear me twice.
I can kind of hear you twice, but it's all right.
Bomb located by attackers.
Just having some technical difficulties, as you would imagine.
Okay, how about that? I think.
Yeah, we love Skype. It's a strong...
Skype is great.
Yeah, this is awesome. Strong push right here from Liberty. Okay, and Rack gets taken down by Scrap TMS.
10
Okay, so I think I have this working here. So is my audio one time, right?
Oh, and Pufferfish takes a double kill. And the round is won. Raider gets the final kill. Not too much of resistance was put up there.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm not sure. Skype has been giving me all types of issues here, trying to get this.
You're fine.
But yeah, I should be good now.
All right, let's see what they do here. All right, Gridlock, Nomad, Thermite, Zofia, and Buck again. They're running the same exact thing. Don't fix something that ain't broke. Ella, Valkyrie, Jaeger, Legion, and Melusi. Okay, so now with the Jaeger, with the new meta being in place, with the nerf of his ADS, his trophy system, if you will, it is going to be very difficult for them to make a last second push. They're going to probably be able to push a lot quicker. It takes rid of that 20-second meta if you're familiar with that.
Yeah, absolutely. With that Jaeger too, you're going to be able to get off some of the more grenades. And we don't see Liberty taking any frags this time, but we do see them taking a lot of flashes, and Pufferfish is bringing those smokes. So there might be a coordinated push here or there. But more importantly, we do see them switching the site here. So this is bar. This is pretty standard site. This is they're going to try to play on this new balcony here that we can see Rusty sort of go to put up some of these black eyes. And yeah, they're going to try to defend from that new balcony as well as try to hold off on Piano and Christmas, it's called as well. Allentown here is probably going to attack from the top, go through some of those hatches up top, just break through them and try to push through it onto that staircase Cigar.
We see the drone phase is over. They're starting to move in. Liberty is moving in quite fast. They do not. They seem like a team that plays very fast. I don't think they're a team that, yes, they take their time, but they move swiftly to try to overwhelm the enemy.
Yeah, and this is something where if that communication isn't set, you're going to be able to act a little bit faster and react quicker to things that, aren't that standard. But yeah, you can see that they are spotting off this Ella.
Yep. Ella is now spotted. Oh, she sees him up there though.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think Ella sees the gridlock up there. I'm pretty sure that's gridlock. But no shots fired yet. But yeah, they are going to protect that hatch there. That hatch is pretty pivotal to actually attacking the site here. Allentown's going to want to secure this as best they can.
Okay, Rack and Jay are in. They're destroying.
You see the nomad down.
Yep. Oh, and Ella got taken down. I'm sorry if I missed that. I'm lagging a little bit.
Yeah, there's a lot of action going on. I mean, we see the Nomad takes out Rusty over there. So that is going to be about down. You see them pushing into Christmas here as Puffer goes down to the Legion.
Puffer goes down, and like we said, look, we're seeing good shot by Rex, and we're seeing a lot of play here by Raider. And like I said at the beginning of this match, he is the cornerstone. He is the killer in this team. So if you can't take him out, you're gonna have your hit. Even if it's 3v1, I've seen him pull it off before. We've seen him do it before. You do it again, and he's making the push. And gets taken out by Raider, like I just said.
Yeah, that was a great play by Liberty too. They knew he was in the freezer, so what they did was they planted that air jab and went for the plant there, and just to bait him out, because that Melusi, you have to go and stop that plant. If that plant gets off, especially in a 1v3 situation, it makes your job that much harder. So that was a really great play there by Liberty to see that, to just go for that plant there. Even though that's more of a risky spot right there to plant, especially in that type of situation, but with that air, you're able to make
high risk, high reward. And now we're seeing Jay. Excuse me, Jay is switching to IQ.
Yeah, we do see Raider going for that Buck now, which Buck is a one of those soft reach type characters.
Oh, and sorry, hold on. Jay just switches to Nomad.
Yeah, Nomad is a great versatile operator, especially with those air jabs. You're going to be able to watch those flanks. It's just a little bit of peace of mind.
Yeah, and now because Armada doesn't see that switch, they're gonna think they won't have to worry about any air jabs, but those air jabs will be there this round.
Yeah, it's going to be. We'll have to see if Armada switches up anything here with their defense strategy. It seemed like Liberty was able to get into Piano a little bit easier here. So we're going to have to see if maybe Armada pull up a little bit more on that. That's not part of the map. And if that Ella can't get out too,
5 seconds left.
it might change the round here if they are able to make a few adjustments here. And we do see them taking out the Vigil too on this side.
And this is a pivotal round, I would say, for Armada, that you do not want to go 3 down to Liberty. Really anyone, but especially let alone Liberty, you do not want to go down 3-0 to.
Yeah, this is a strong map for Liberty. And in Siege, as I said kind of before, your emotions start to get to Siege. Things aren't really going your way.
Yeah, precisely.
Just kind of, you got to keep them clear in this game. We do see them trying to drum out here into Cigar.
Yep.
It seems like Armada's trying to, they might be holding Cigar a little bit more strong. We do have two or three players here, as well as a couple black guys. We also saw the one Malusi Banshee on the stairs.
Mm-hmm. And again, we're seeing Liberty is doing this vertical push, so Armada's gonna have to figure it out this time. And Pufferfish gets taken down. That is a great way to start the round. If you want to beat Liberty, take out Pufferfish Boy. He's their leader. So you take him out. And Raider
responds though with 2 quick kills right back to back on the Legion and the Marusi. Legion is one of those operators too that you don't want to lose early. Legion gets better, the longer that the round goes on, as he gets to put out more and more of those good mines. So that is that could be a huge loss for Armada.
Yeah, that is not good. And we're seeing again, Raider, you have to get to him early. You have to get him and just hit those kills. Make sure you get him out of the game, because with him in, he can take down the whole team if he wants.
Yeah, and we can see Raider, on this buck too. This is a heavy flag operator. He picks up.
Oh
is
my
that
goodness!
Ace?
Oh my
I think that's
goodness!
An ace. That is an ace.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Raider with the ace. Wow. He's incredible. He hits those. And Armada has to answer. They have to answer. They're down 3-0. This could just be, this could be a wipe of this first map. So, Armada has to answer here. They have to figure out how to take out Raider.
Yeah, Raider is one of those. He's just a strong player. You tell him where the enemies are. He's going to find them. We saw that all of last season, and it seems like this season's no different. We do see Raider, going back onto that IQ that he was playing a little bit earlier. And we also see a new site being picked here by Armada. They're going to Reading and Fireplace, which is a little bit more in the center of the map here. Again, vertical play here is huge. This map in general just screams vertical play. But Reading Room is a pretty good site overall, I would say. But not the strongest on this map at all. Your kitchens and bars are things that you want to be in early, and then take this one sort of as more so as like a flex sort of site. But them going to this early without them on defense is kind of concerning.
Yeah, you can see Armada is just kind of reeling from that ace. That is just a demoralizer. That really just makes it hard, to come back and say, oh, hey, guys, we need to rally and let's win this match. That's what they need to do. Now let's see if they will do it.
Yeah, we do see the Vigil. He's lurking up on the top floor here. He's going to probably hope for, a pick or two, potentially on anybody who strays up to that piano room. But other than that, Liberty is continuing to drone here, and that Vigil is still working.
Yeah, we're looking. It seems like we got some people hiding in this train car. They're trying to get some picks. They're listening and seeing if some guys are coming down the stairs. Yeah,
we do see, Liberty again. They're going to attack through these hatches And this is where the Bandit and the Vigil, they're both going to try to, you know, get a pick or two to try to, you know, just move this round further to their favor. Now Puffer is going to know that there is a Vigil on this board here. And it seems like the Vigil was hurt too. I didn't really see exactly who dealt the damage there. Vigil is a little bit hurt there, so he's going to have to peek.
Rix's drone gets taken out. Oh, and Real Rack takes out Ellie.
Yeah, and that is one of the rooms down now. They're going to have to find Bandit, especially if he's still around. There he is.
And Bandit, they see it. We're going to see a 1v1 right here. And Rack wins the gunfight. He takes out Scrap. The team
that is a huge kill too, especially with Rack getting both of those. I mean, you can see his health at this point. He, you know, you take out two of those players and you're still left with maybe like 10 HP or so like that. You know, you're in good shape there.
Yeah, Rack is low, but he can, you know, it takes only one shot in this game. It only takes one shot, so he can still do plenty of damage, and he did his job. He took out 2 guys.
Yeah, I mean, now see Liberty, you know, droning out this train in the mining room here. They are going to try to, you know, get onto that same level after taking out both of those roamers. They are going to try to find, you know, where exactly can we push in from here on the same level. Try to get maybe a pick or two and then go for the plan. And we can see Rix here.
Rix gets stunned. Oh, and he
does take out the Ella there. Great shot. We just see flooding.
Wow. Raider with another kill. I mean, this is just this is getting ugly right now.
Yeah, and this is one of those things, you know. I mean, Armada's a new team. They might not have that communication down, but this is again, this is a game where communication is huge. You know, if you don't have the right communication, that's going to cost you rounds. It might cost you the whole match.
Absolutely.
Going to be heading back down to the kitchen, it seems. So, you know, going to have to see maybe if they can change up a couple things. They are going to take a castle right now. I'm not sure if they're going to 6 pick off that or not. But castle's an interesting operator. It's not one that we see too often.
Yeah, no, Castle, that is not a super common operator, and we see Bandit switches to Kaid, and now there's a Sledge. Pufferfish Boy switches to Sledge. So we will, you know, we'll see. I think Armada is just kind of reeling right now. They're just trying to do anything they can to switch it up and just throw Liberty off.
Need to locate and defuse bombs.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, going to kitchen too. I mean, this is a strong site. You know, they can definitely hold this. You know, if they can, you know, if they just have to piece together exactly what went wrong that first round, and just make those small adjustments. You know, get a pick early on here or there, and you know, this could be a round win. We do see the castle. You know, he's going to fortify a couple things here, and then you know, he is going to put up those castle barricades, and that's going to you know, Liberty's going to have to spend some of that utility to get access to those castles up there.
Now that is why I would assume Pufferfish Boy switch to Sledge. He can just run in, take those castle mats down. Now we'll see. He has to survive. So I would assume, you know, if they're smart, they're gonna take Pufferfish in. He's not gonna be first one in ever. He's gonna be, you know, kind of, you know, he'll go in second, third, so he can be covered, protected. He'll come in, take out those mats on the walls or the windows, sorry, and, you know, hopefully get through.
Yeah, we do see, and you know, and Rich is also on the Ash, so he can also take them out quite easily as well. So and you can see also Raider's taking those breaching charges here, also do the job there. But yeah, we can see him fortifying up the door there. That is going to cut off one of the major entries into kitchen. Just buy them some of that time that they need. I mean, Liberty's attacking quickly, and you know, part of the defense that you want to do is, and we do see Ellie take down Pufferfish and back respond in time with a kill right back. And you know, we can see some of that early aggression down. And as I said, some of that early aggression that can be all it takes to
yeah, and that's what that's double kill from Raider.
We see them starting to go through this castle barrier, picking them up. And here they come right into the kitchen, and we can see, you know, Raider looking around here. He's going to get a kill. He does get the kill right there on the castle, and it's up to the Ellie. Ella.
Can she take it? She is pinned back there, and she gets taken out.
And again, we see Liberty, with a strong round and on attack.
Yep.
We're gonna have to see. We're almost at that halfway point on this map. This is the last round where Armada will be on the defense here, unless it does go over to overtime. But we're gonna have to see. Does this dominance from Liberty, does that also correlate to their defensive rounds? And the zero being picked up here is actually interesting too. This is the first time we've seen zero today, actually. So we're going to have to see, exactly what does Liberty have planned here for zero? What exactly do they need to use him for? Last round onto Kitchen, it seemed pretty strong. Their attack there seemed pretty strong. I mean, they lost Pufferfish early, but Zero's got that strong intel, so they can definitely use him.
Yeah, and I think they just need
defused by attackers.
Armada just needs something to go their way. They need to, they need a moral win right now. I think they need, have they even killed more than 2 people on Liberty yet? In one round. So I think they need a 3-4 kill. Get some guys involved here. We're not seeing a whole lot. We're seeing the same guys get these kills. So I'm hoping that they can get something, make this a fair fight, and then hopefully try to make Liberty nervous a little bit. Liberty is feeling really loose. Armada is feeling playing very, very tight. I would assume right now, body language of the players is probably very, very tight.
Yeah, and I mean, Armada is, taking out maybe two players or so around. I mean, they are at least taking some of them out. But it's just like that coordinated push from Liberty is what's getting them.
Yeah, it is. It seems very, very hard to stop. What is going on over here?
I'm not too sure what this strategy is. They're gathering around the Claymore. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. I'm not sure exactly.
I don't know what that was, John. I have not seen a strat like that. Flashbang, everyone sprints in a different direction, but... Oh, and Black gets taken out.
Black gets taken out there, and Puffer is on the ground there, but Raider responds in kind with that kill.
Can someone shut down Raider? He is absolutely insane today. Absolutely phenomenal play from him.
We see a little gunfight here in the hallway between Raider and I believe that's the Legion from Hero.
Pufferfish gets finished.
Yeah, and there we go. It's down. Liberty's now down 3-4. We do see Armada. If they can kind of stop Liberty and catch their breath, they might be able to take this round here.
Bomb located by attackers.
We do see the mute holding down part of Kitchen back. He is getting spotted by the drone from Raider, and he's going to use these drones to just get that call out, especially with the zero. You can see all of his Arguses are gone, so those cameras are going to be around the map. It's interesting to see if they to their advantage here. Try to help them win this.
Yeah, we're gonna see movement. Oh, and Jay takes a great shot. Jay gets a double kill right there. So 1v2. Let's see if Armada can get their first round win.
Yeah, and this is huge if they get Jay with a great shot there.
Oh, and Armada gets the win though. Jay, great valiant effort, but not enough.
Wow, great round there from Armada. That was really, really strong.
So
and that is exactly how you want to, you want to end that. I mean, 5-1 isn't the best score, right? Going into a half where they're now switching sides, but I mean, you have that one round right at the end, and that's great. Right, so I mean, you're going to have, you're on sort of that high from right now. So let's see if I can continue onto this next round here, onto the first one attack.
And that's a round that Armada can look back on. If they do end up losing this match, they can look back on, watch the VOD. They can say, okay, that round that we won. If this is the only round they win, they could definitely win more. But if this is the only one they win of this match, or this map, sorry. What did we do right there? What did we do wrong? What happened in the other maps? Were we just missing shots? Was it bad communication? What happened? Like I said, this is going to be a very big learning day for Armada.
attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, now we do see Liberty here going on to the bar, and they are going to bring this Maestro. Pretty standard operator here. I believe Armada took him a couple times, but we haven't really gotten the chance to talk about him. But he is going to be able to put down these, these little turrets, the blackouts. I'm pretty sure they are called. Which I think I got Valkyries wrong before, but these are the black eyes. These are going to be able to shoot out little like lasers and take out some of the drones, and also do a lot of intel gathering for the defenders here.
Yeah, well, we have a strong setup. I would assume Liberty, they're just trying to hold down. They're not going to be doing anything crazy. Just hold back. Probably no spawn peaks, but you never know.
Yeah, absolutely. Some of the spawn peeking definitely isn't the strongest thing, especially in any sort of like team play. You're going to be able to put that out. But as I say that, we have Rector taking out two of them right there alongside the wall. I mean, nobody was watching that angle coming from VIP over there,
and that is just simply knowing the map better than the other team.
Yeah, I'm Marty. That's one of those spots where you're going to need somebody to sort of just keep track of that door. That is even in like my own play of this game, right? That is a popular run spot right there. That should probably be watched.
Yeah, and that is something that at this level you simply cannot overlook. You can't just assume no one's going to be there. You have to check. You have to do your due diligence, or something like that's going to happen. Your team is going to go down. Two players, almost immediately in the round. So now we see Armada at a huge disadvantage, just due to the fact that they did not watch a certain angle that they should know is there.
Yeah, and we do see the Wamai here in piano behind the Goyo shield, which is that's going to be good right there. Oh, and we see him take out the buck there right on the hatch takedown. That's huge too. I mean, this is another angle that should be watched, especially from some sort of flank, whether it be on Christmas or something like that.
Yeah, we're seeing some sloppy play. In the beginning, they were just getting outplayed. Right now, this round, we're just seeing a little bit of sloppy play from Armada. Liberty hasn't been perfect today either. Everyone's a little rusty. This is the first game of the season, but we're seeing some sloppiness. Rick's third kill of the round.
Yeah, we also saw that Wamai go down there too, which is a pretty strong loss. I mean, Wamai does get those little discs back that are going to take your grenades, and he does get those over the course of the round.
And Pufferfish Boy, who else would end the round? Yep, team captain ends the round. Textbook right there, just headshot, one kill, or one shot, one kill, done.
Yeah, and we now go into match point here, and this is one of those you didn't see really how is Liberty going to set this up, and Armada hasn't seen this one. How does Liberty have this? I mean, they haven't seen this before, so they need to sort of just bring in any of their strongest operators and just see if they can put something together here. I mean, this is do or die now.
Yeah, now they're just hoping Hail Mary, let's win 7 in a row or 6 in a row. But that do I think that's going to happen? No. Could it? Absolutely. So anything can happen in Siege. We really don't know. So we'll see if Armada can pull off another win here. Maybe make Liberty a little nervous. Liberty, they can't get too cocky. They have to just keep playing their game, not do anything crazy, and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do see them start to take out some of those walls onto the stairs there, just to open up some of those sight lines that they might take advantage of. But overall, pretty standard comp from Liberty. I think the castle's of course a little bit interesting, but I'm pretty sure on pitching, he's picked a couple times. Armada, we saw him get picked up as well.
Mm-hmm.
So he is going to be able to again kind of stop those attackers from rushing in as quick and kind of just buy the defenders some time. That is of course his biggest job.
And the attack has begun. Let's see if they've learned from their mistakes. They're checking all the windows. Hopefully they check that other sight line just in case. Like I said, they need to learn something from this match. So hopefully, they don't make those same mistakes and give Liberty some free kills in the beginning.
Yeah, we do see, they're all going into this VIP corridor here. We're going to have to see, if they use any sort of verticality here to their advantage. But it seems like they're all rushing in on that ground floor. We can see Raider here lurking around as they do start to push up the stairs.
He hears them. He knows they're there. Let's see.
Oh, he
some
does
good
miss the
pings.
shots there.
He does miss. He is human. He can miss, apparently.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
We
Rex
see,
takes down Rusty.
See the Sophia here watching the flank. We see Rick's actually up top on the vigil. Oh, he
Rick's
does
gets a
take
double
out
kill.
the bug.
Wow.
And again, I mean, this is something where you just have to make sure that you're, you got to make sure you're droning out. You got to make sure you're watching it. We see Pufferfish there take out the Nomad. That's huge too.
Yeah, and that was just another, careless death. Nomad was just, running right at them, not really paying attention to where sightlines may be.
So now we're in a 1v5 situation. And, the ace there, he's not going to win that fight, and that is the map. That is map 1 in the way of Liberty.
Yeah, and that was typically what we assumed would happen from Liberty in the first map. Just domination. Really just did not give Armada any room to breathe, any time to, fix their mistakes, or they took care of what they needed to do. That was a very strong looking team right there.
Yeah, and you can see right there. I mean, Raider is 16-1.
Yeah, wow.
I mean, Rex right after there is very strong play by those two players on Liberty, and Cafe is Liberty's best map. So
yeah,
Cafe is their strongest map. I mean, this checking back from last season. I mean, this is something that you probably should expect from Liberty on this map. Going into Clubhouse, Armada, they might have something up on their sleeves. They did pick Clubhouse, so they might have a couple strats here and there that Allentown doesn't have where to stop.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully Armada can rally. Hopefully they're discussing right now, team comps, what they just saw there, and they can figure out how to beat this team, how to come back and maybe win a map, or at least win more maps than one.
Yeah, and I'm sure if they're taking Clubhouse, they're going to have strats here prepared. They're going to have ways to win those maps, to win these rounds. Actually, sorry. So they should, they're going to have this ready. And I think looking back on Cafe too, I mean, a lot of those, there were a couple rounds too where Armada, if they got off like 1 or 2 extra picks, I mean, this round count could be quite different. I mean, we could be looking at maybe a 7-4, 7-5 kind of style there too. There were a couple rounds. I mean, think about even the round that they won. I mean, it was down to the wire. A lot of those rounds were down to the wire there, even with Town with that scoreline.
Yeah, and hopefully now Orange team, they can figure out Armada. Sorry, I don't know why I call them Orange team, but hopefully Armada can figure out that Raider. And there's not really, you don't know who Raider is going to pick, but once they see who he picks, and then hopefully they can try to pinpoint where he's coming from, and maybe it's honestly like linemen in football. If you got a killer on the D lineman, you got Myles Garrett rushing the quarterback, you need to put 2 guys on him. You can't just have one guy. You have to have 2 people. So maybe they'll start double teaming if they see Raider.
Yeah, and this is something just with not facing Liberty last season. You're not entirely sure what they're going to do. So this is something probably that next time we see Armada, they might have this locked down by then, and be able to challenge those strong Liberty players too.
Yes, absolutely. And now we're gonna see through the ban phase. Let's see, if they choose, any of those any of those operators that just really were just killing them. If there's one that maybe they just felt like, I can't do anything against this specific operator, let's ban them. So we'll see if the bans change now. Let's see if the in-game meta has changed after map 1.
That's true. That's true too. Yeah, I mean, if they think okay, Raider on IQ or something like that is a problem, they might try to target ban him.
Yeah.
But Clubhouse is a different map than Cafe. There's not too much verticality except for on what is it? Armory. Armory's very very good for that verticality. But other than that, it's they're more it's a little bit different play. We probably will see that Thatcher ban again. I don't expect that to change. Coming out from that cache CCTV site, you're going to need that Thatcher to open up that wall, at least to help out unless you bring Maverick or something like that to another way to take out the traps or Kaid or anything like that.
Yeah. Perfect.
Here at the HQ, the esport company, a lot of things going on. Zeke's over here next to me. He's running the stream, so great job to him so far this night. So we get some Zeke's in the chat. That'd be much appreciated. Our casters here as well are doing a great job on the PC side of Rainbow Six Siege. But if you're new here, right, you're new, what is the esport company doing? What's it all about? Well, we're providing real opportunities and experience in the esports industry. So you can become a caster, you can become a production manager, journalist, reporter, any of these different things, general manager of a franchise. And the best thing about our league is it's 100% free to play. So the link should be posted here on our Twitch if you want to apply for a team and join the community of now over 4,500 players. So again, that is there. I just want to make sure everybody is aware of what's going on, how to apply, how to get involved. And again, if you're here supporting Rainbow Six Siege, tell some of your friends, buddies that you play, or even if you're in an online public match, right? Send them a message, say, hey, check out the esport company. Maybe you can be on my team and recruit. So that's it for me. I think we're ready for game time, Zeke, in about 5 seconds. So I'll let it go back to the casters, and I appreciate everybody watching. So enjoy.
Thanks, Seth. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Seth.
Yeah, and we do have, all the teams are all the players are here and ready, and I believe we are going to load up into Clubhouse.
Here we go. Let's see if both teams have pivoted or if they're just gonna do the same old thing that they were just doing, and see if there's just a different outcome.
Yeah, here we go into the ban phase here. I'm expecting a Thatcher. I'm not sure exactly who will ban that out. But again, Thatcher is a pretty standard ban on Clubhouse, so I'm definitely expecting a Thatcher ban. It's just going to be which team wants to take that.
Yeah, and Armada's getting the first ban here of an attacker. Let's see. Like you said, I would assume Thatcher. Oh, okay, they take out Nomad, so they did pivot. Nomad was absolutely demolishing them. They could not figure out how to get around her ultimate ability or whatever you want to call it. Her
the operator ability. Yeah.
Operator ability. Sorry, gadget. Yeah, air jabs. Excuse me, but yeah, they couldn't get around it, so they banned her. That was a good call in my opinion.
Yeah, Jay on that operator, and there was the Thatcher. Jay from Liberty on that operator. I think he played her 3 or 4 times. I mean that is a strong operator for him, and we saw that especially with that one round where it was that 3v1 situation with that air jab. I mean just to bait out that defender.
Yeah.
We saw it was strong.
We just saw a team member from Armada just leave the game, so hopefully that's just an error and he's coming back. Is Ellie. Okay, and then now Kaid is banned for the defenders by the blue team.
Yeah. So Liberty is going to take out that Kaid. Again, that is an operator. We're on CCTV, and also Armory and Church. He is strong. Right, mm-hmm. So you can lock down those hatches on kitchen. You can lock down the CCTV room a lot better, especially if you know the specific Kaid spots where Thatcher's a little bit, even though he's banned here. I mean, it's a little bit harder to shoot those out. So we are going to see, and we also saw the Maestro get banned. So Maestro, a strong operator. He offers intel. He offers some of the damage, and we did get a pause come out from Liberty here.
Yeah, I believe they're waiting for that new teammate, or the old teammate, sorry, that backed out. Hopefully they're coming back in.
Yeah, I think it was most likely a disconnection, so he'll probably jump back in and we'll get started. It does seem like Armada is picking CCTV and cache to start out, so this is again this is going to be one of those sites where Thatcher would have been really nice to have here.
Yeah, and that's a smart move. That's why I think most teams ban Thatcher. They know that this person or that operator is just a huge asset to have. So if you can take that person away, you can just kind of throw off, already a rattled team. So yeah, I think that's smart.
Yeah, absolutely. And we do see them. We do see some of the initial team comps here coming out, right? So we do see, because that Thatcher is gone, we do see Pufferfish on that Maverick. As we heard, at the start of map 1, Maverick is Pufferfish's favorite operators in this game. Specifically, probably for this kind of moment, he's going to be used to help with this opening of the wall with Rack Thermite. That CCTV wall is pivotal to actually winning this map, winning this bomb site.
And Pufferfish Boy is, very good. He's very he's not going to be the team's lead killer. That's clearly Raider. But Pufferfish really is good at knowing strategy, rallying the team, and saying, "Okay, guys, this is what we're going to do. Everyone do your jobs, and if we do our jobs, it's going to work." And that's what we see a lot. It happens when everyone does their job. They don't get picked off in a random gunfight, and they check their corners, check their different alleys and stuff. They get the job done, and it works.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and Pufferfish is more of that. He plays a lot of we saw him on the gridlock a lot too. That sort of flank watch, and Liberty likes to take a couple flank watchers here just to help with that. They don't need to have so many eyes on that, and it helps. So I think what's about to happen here, it seems like they're having a little bit of a difficulty here actually connecting in. So I think we're going to have to rehost this match real quick.
Yep.
It'll be the same bands, it'll be the same everything there, but we are just going to have to rehost real quick, and then we'll get back.
Unless maybe they didn't like their bans. Maybe they didn't like that. I don't know what the actual rules are actually, but maybe
no, you can't change the bans. So
change it. Okay, I was gonna say maybe they saw something that they didn't like and they were gonna change it up, but never mind. They're coming back in.
No, yeah, it'll be a straight rehost. The same bands and the same picks will come out here as well.
Gotcha.
And we'll just be right back into it.
I will say, Liberty's definitely an advantage right now playing 5-on-0. I would see, and look at that. They win round 1. That is. I knew that was going to happen. So that is crazy that happened.
Yeah, I mean, those 5v0s. I mean, your team's going to win those.
Yeah, if you lose one of those, wow, you should probably quit the game.
But yeah, so we are going to have the rehost come out here, and we will be back in as soon as that comes through. But yeah, so let's, Clubhouse is one of those maps where, there's actually a lot of roaming that can go on. I mean, you do have a lot of ways to get around the map, depending on where the site is. So I'm wondering if whatever team starts, Armada's going to start on defense. Are they going to bring a couple of roamers? Or bring just people who are sitting back and trying to get a pick or two? The rest of their team cleans it up.
Absolutely, and we see guys in the chat there, on Liberty, they're just kind of talking about how their meals are, how the game's been going. They're not super focused, so that could be an issue for them. We could see them start to lose focus because they think they have this in the bag, and they just don't realize that Armada is actually a good team despite their poor performance in the first round.
Yeah, and again, this is a Siege and emotional, and it's a communication heavy game. So it's one of those things even if you have such an advantage, it's not always the best thing. Get overconfident, and especially on your opponent's home map for tonight. Mm-hmm. I mean, it could be a bad mixture of things to happen.
Absolutely. All right, we're getting ready to restart this. I think everyone's back in. Hopefully, everyone's good to go.
Yeah, it does seem like the ready check. Seems like the other team is ready, so I believe we are going to start it up here. In just a second, and we will go through that band phase again. As I said before, they will be the same bands, and we'll see most of the same picks, I believe, except for the 5th player on our.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so Clubhouse, I mean, they are going to start on that CCTV and cash room. And then depending on how things might go there, I mean, Clubhouse sort of has 2 or 3 great sites, in my opinion. I mean, you have Church and Arsenal is really great, and then you also have CCTV and cash. But both of those are very, I'm not sure if I would say too heavily defensive-sided, but I think, in the long thing, I mean, the defense is heavily sided on those 2 sites in particular. And then gym and bedroom, which is the third site that's picked here, that would be more of a toss-up. Defense should have a little bit more of a field day on this, I believe.
And we're seeing everyone on Liberty saying, have fun in the chats, and now it's getting reciprocated by Armada. So that's just, we love to have good sportsmanship here at the esports company.
Absolutely. We do see these same bands going out now.
Yep.
So that Nomad, that Thatcher, the Kaid, and I believe the last one was
Maestro.
Yes, thank you.
Honestly, I'm not sold on the Maestro ban. I'm a little surprised by that one.
Maestro, I mean, he offers I think there's just too much utility. I mean, he has, not just that intel gathering, but, any of those drones or anything like that. You got to think even in a plant situation, if Maestro is up and that black eye can see whoever's planning. I mean, you can die from that laser.
Yeah. If you're not careful, it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it does do damage. So you if you're low, you run past that, you don't realize it's there, you get shot and by a laser, you get zapped, you're done.
Yeah, we will see the picks go out here. Again, it'll be the same comps here, I'm pretty sure. So we do see, it seems like the 5th player is going to take that Lucy in terms of Armada. So a lot of hard breach is being brought by Liberty here.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. That is a lot of hard breachers. So, okay, and we see Rex changes from Habana to Ash.
Yeah, which was in the initial comp. I was going to say that Habana is a different pick there, but Ash again is what was on that initial comp. But again, I mean that's still a lot of there's a good mix here of hard breach and soft breach. I mean they're going to try to get into that wall one way or another here, and that is their goal.
Attackers need to locate and defuse.
All right, let's get started here. Round 1 of Clubhouse.
Yeah, and they are going to start on this cache CCTV.
Yeah.
We do see, I mean, they're going to start just fortifying, and that main wall is going to be that's going to be the pivotal place. How can they defend this wall right here that's on the left side of Scrap right now, as we are in his view? How can they defend this wall from Liberty? How can they stop them from trying to get in there and trying to stop this garage push as well? Liberty will most likely try to go through this garage as well. That
yeah, and the amount of times that I have died in that garage is unfathomable. So I hate pushing that area, and I would assume you wouldn't want to push in a very competitive league. You wouldn't want to push that area either, unless you are just not afraid to die in that round. So we'll see if we get a strong push through there.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those things, where you're going to have to gather that intel. You're going to have to communicate to your team. Okay, he's there. He's probably got this sight line. You got to just double check before you do anything too drastic there. Potentially cost the round for your team.
Okay, we see Jay getting that intel. He sees a bandit placing in, so he shoots it. Okay.
Yeah, this is a great use of Zero. Yeah. And that was perfect use. This wall opens up, and now this is a whole problem for Armada. You have to try to figure out how to get this stopped.
I am perplexed why Bandit was not already fortifying that wall right there. Why he was not putting the electrodes on that wall, because then something like that can happen.
Well, they were on there. You just have to figure out. They are going to get taken out, and we do see Rack secure a kill onto the mute there. I believe all of his mutes, the mutations were out, but that is still a on. We do see them pushing into that CCTV room, and Rex, he does take one out there.
Rex
double kill out.
Can we see an ace from Rex here? Does he have all 3 kills? No, Jay takes another one.
Yeah, we do see them now securing this garage, and that is all.
Jay gets on. Wow.
A flawless round from them, and that was a great push. Obviously, that was, and this is something that Zero, we didn't have access to last season, and now with Zero being allowed here, I mean, you have to be careful of these kind of plays here.
Yeah, that's something that people I think forget about, and they don't, realize that they have to do all they can to protect from Zero. And now they know Zero's coming, so hopefully we'll see if they pivot and they can figure out how to best. Oh, and they take Tachanka.
Now Tachanka is banned here, so he probably will be 6th picked. Tachanka with those recent changes.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, I don't think he can take it. Right, goes to mute. Okay, which I think is a better call, honestly, than Tachanka. I don't see the utility, very much in Tachanka, even with his rework right now.
Well, with those incendiary grenades, I mean, you can definitely find some useful,
protect your bombs from
some useful uses for that.
But let's be honest, mute probably way more helpful, especially when you're playing Liberty. I don't think a weird tag like Tachanka is going to be very helpful.
But again, I mean, this is Armada's map, so they might have something.
That's true.
But yeah, we do see, the mute here will of course secure this. Will secure dirt with that mute jammer. They are going to, make sure that it can't be shot through that drone hole. That's always important there.
Yeah.
But we do see the Valk up here, probably placing a couple of those cameras around. And, that's going to help out with that intel gathering.
Attackers are moving to defuse
And the Malusi here is, of course, setting up the, I believe, the best way to describe that part of the hallway is just a kill box. That is one of the worst spots in the game. So you're going to get just the C4 or just shot up and barbed wire. It's always a bad time.
I would be very cautious to go out there. I would not want to make that unless I just thought these guys can't touch me. I'm just flat out better, which I don't think there's anyone here that thinks that.
Attackers recovered the
we're going to see they're going to push through towards the construction side of this map. They might be trying to go through dirt. We're going to have to see, I'm not sure if any of their players are going through dirt yet, but it does seem like, the sight lines are set up for Armada. They are going to start to do that, a little bit of intel gathering into kitchen with the help of that Valk. And, we're going to have to see exactly how this round plays out here. Liberty's looking pretty strong so far tonight, but, Armada, again, a lot of the rounds have been pretty close. They can probably take a couple rounds here, and then map turns into a whole different beast.
And we actually see Liberty taking it kind of slow for Liberty, I would say, right now, as opposed to the last map. They were just rushing through it. They were running through. I mean, that's their map. So you could kind of tell how comfortable they were here. They're still comfortable on this map. This is a map they play a decent amount, just from what we see from picks and what they've had to play. But this isn't their map. So they're definitely being more cautious, slowing down a little bit.
And we see, Scrap, great kill on the Rex there. That is that is the Ash going down. That's going to be a lot of that soft, soft right there.
And Rack answers immediately, takes down one of their players, takes down Hero, their Legion, which you said that is a good player to have late in the game. Oh, and Pufferfish Boy goes down again. Okay.
Yeah, great shot by Stride there to take him out. And Raider again, these teams are trading back and forth. You see Raider try to trading shots with the other team.
Raiders hurt. That is what they need to do. They need to just maintain life support and take out as many people as they can in the beginning, so that they finally have an advantage. They're always in these battles down a guy, down two guys. So if they can finally get the upper hand, I think they have a great shot at winning a couple, if not all of all 7 of the rounds.
Yeah, and you can see here, I mean, the Liberty is quite split up here. I mean, you have players all over the map here right now.
Yeah.
But, they are starting to come together into Church here. I mean, you can see Raider out in blue, and then, you have I think this is Rack coming in here from Memorial. And they're starting to push in and just clear out A, try to get the bomb plant.
Attackers drop
He's pushing in? Oh, my goodness. And they all 3 of this simultaneously get taken down.
Yeah, that was a great play by Armada. I mean, that was all. I mean, yeah, right there. Look at that. All 3 down.
You can see how calculated that push was from Liberty. Absolutely. They all pushed at the same time. It didn't work out. They all got killed. Great for Armada. That's a huge win right there. 1-1. They don't go down in a hole immediately. So that is huge. Great play by Armada. That was really awesome.
Yeah, that was a great play. I mean, I think with it might have been just a little bit too much, just a bit too offensive. They might not have seen exactly where all the defenders still were for Armada. I think they knew where the Malusi was, but I'm not sure if they knew where the Malusi was.
Yeah, I think they dilly-dallied a little too long, got a little too cautious, and then they had to rush near the end of that round, and it got them killed, and they lost the round. And this is what we were saying.
Attackers need to locate.
They are not unbeatable.
many
Liberty
bombs
is
as they
not,
can.
the greatest team on the planet. They are the best in the league as of last year, but things change. You can learn things. You can just get unlucky as well. So we will see if Armada can force a third map.
Yeah, how do you feel about this Rook? Rook is an operator that we haven't seen either tonight. Pretty good, but I feel like the utility's a little low too.
Yeah, I think Rook is a fantastic player to have in a non-competitive sense, and just someone that's just great to have around. New players to the game, great to have Rook. He's got great guns. He's not helpful. But at this high skill level, we'll see if that extra bit of armor, and they are losing these gunfights typically, so maybe this will give them the edge to win some more of those gunfights.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. A lot of these gunfights, especially last round, I mean, a lot of these gunfights are very close. Rook's going to give you that armor to win these, and that can be the difference of the round. I think that this Rook is a great pick just to see what it can do. I mean, the utility that it can offer with some of the gadgets and stuff is a little low, but honestly, like if you're going to win gunfights with it, it's worth it.
Yeah, absolutely.
We do see, pretty standard defense, I believe, here by Armada. Seems, relatively pretty standard. The Jaeger, the Valkyrie, and the Legion are all very strong, and of course Malusi. And we do see, Liberty start to push into this, try that this opened up here. I believe it will get opened up.
Okay, Hero Legion, he is, getting attacked by 2 or 3 other Liberty players, so he's going to have to retreat a little bit. You don't want to, peek too hard, push too hard, and, like I said, do too much and you'll get yourself killed.
Yeah, here we have a view of some of the intel here, and Raider actually takes down Stride as he falls down into office, and we see Rack pushing at the same time and takes down Raider, who's...
Okay, Rex is down now for Liberty, so we've got another fair fight here. Oh, and Pufferfish is planting.
Yeah, they are going for that plant real quick. With that Jaeger down, they have control the gym, so they're going to go for the plant, and we do see Pufferfish go down there, and we're going to need to see Liberty start to rotate here.
Oh, Raider's getting shot in his back. He gets a triple kill. All right, 3v1. Let's see if Hero can clutch this up. This would be huge.
Yeah, we're going to see him. He definitely hears them. Can he get this pick?
Takes down one.
There you go. He gets one. Now it's a 2v1 situation, but he does get taken out by Jay there. Great play overall, though, from both teams there.
Again, Armada's looking much, much better. That is one. Obviously, you want that win. You want to be the guy who gets that, that clutch for a team. But, you're not supposed to win those. The 3v1 at this level, is pretty hard. So, yeah, that is not one to hang your head about. Good job to Armada there for hanging in on that one and making a good defensive stand there.
Yeah, those post-plant situations are it's really difficult, especially when it starts to become that 3v1 or 2v1 situation. There's a lot of angles you got to watch. There's a lot of rotations that could be going on that you don't know about. It's definitely hard to sort of just keep track. Here we see them go back to this gym bedroom. They feel strong on this point. They're going to switch out that hook for the bandit to try to stop the opening of this wall.
Yeah. And we see when stuff gets planned, stuff that starts to go south for the defenders, that's when we see the really good players and the really good teams. That's when they shine, though. They can't win them all, but we see how well they can adapt to their environment, adapt to the situation on hand, and pivot. And you just got to start going, tunnel vision, just take out everyone in your sight. You just got to keep going, keep pushing, know where the sight lines. And you just have to simply be better than the 2, 3, 4, 5 you're up against.
Yeah, absolutely. And we can see, they're setting up these Valcams I think they're pretty much in the same spot that they were last time. I mean, everything worked out for them, and I think this Bandit might be enough of a change to where we could see an Armada around here, and we could be going to 2v2 right now.
Yeah, that would be awesome to see. You know, a competitive map. This map, I think no one wants to watch anyone get blown out. It's just not enjoyable for anyone other than Liberty or anyone doing the blowing out. You know, that's great for them, but every other viewer, it's no fun.
Yeah, we can see them again. They're using the Zero to try to take out the Bandit charges. We're gonna have to see if they can, we're gonna have to see if they can get them out. And we do see, the Thermite's going for it. Rax, he's committing to it. We're gonna have to see, is C4 going to come out, or what exactly is Armada's plan here? The wall is open now.
Hero takes a lot of shots there. He's outnumbered. He's gonna back down those stairs. Don't want to get taken out too early.
Yeah, and that's exactly how you don't want to overcommit. You don't want to die if you don't have to, especially in rounds that are this close. We do see a great use of the Argus cam here.
Yeah.
Taking out that utility, keeping track of where exactly are these other players, where are their defenses strong, where are they weak, how can we take advantage of this?
Yeah, Zero. This is why Zero is such a strong operator, and someone who's pretty hard to defend against.
Yeah, we do see, the Jaeger getting so I mean, that's just, I mean, that's where the intel is going to come into play there.
Yep.
You know where that Jaeger is. How can we get a sightline in that and just wait for him to peek again and then just take him out?
Yeah, and not only so Scrap is hurt. Oh, and Raider gets taken down. This is what they need to do. This is the first time they've taken down Raider early. So let's see if they can clutch this up. Oh, and he gets killed point blank.
See if he got them. The Thermite is down now. Great play by Armada. We can start to clean up the players from Liberty. We do see Stride get a double kill there.
1v2, 1v1. Okay, it's up to the team captain, Pufferfish Boy. He knows where that guy is.
It's a 1v1 situation.
And he wins that. He wins. He takes out Rusty. What a kill. That was a great round. That both teams, bravo. Great play right there.
Yeah, really, really good round there from both sides. I mean, we did see, some of those adjustments with the Bandit. I think that did help them at least buy some of that time and make that round a little bit more hectic.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure. I'm having a little bit of trouble remembering if 2 rounds ago Raider pushed in from that CCTV side, but if he didn't, that Bandit may have caused that.
Yeah.
They got the pick because of that.
Yeah, and we're seeing that was the first time Raider got taken down early. So we'll see. Maybe that will frazzle him a little bit. Maybe that will get his head a little floaty, a little spacey. He might not know what's going on. And just kind of get rattled a little bit, but he is a great player, so I don't suspect that.
Yeah, this is do you see the Lion getting picked here actually by Raider. Now that
interesting pick.
Yeah, this is an interesting pick here. I mean, Lion's overall a great operator. He's going to have you're going to be able to make those coordinated pushes. You're going to know where all the defenders are. If they start to move, you're going to know that. I mean, this is a strong pick. We're going to have to see, though, how they use it.
And it's the first time, so maybe this was in the bag for Liberty this whole time, though they just wanted to save Lion for when they, wanted to make a good, comfortable lead, and, going up 4-1 at the beginning of the second map would be huge to give themselves a lot of breathing room, very comfortable. So maybe there's something, or they just want to change things up.
Yeah, we are going to have to, pay attention. They are back down in Church and Arsenal. I believe this is kind of like the same exact setup that they had last time. This Jaeger out in blue, this is a great spot for them, especially if you can get an early pick onto Liberty. I mean, this is a really, really good spot.
Yeah, the way to get to Liberty, the way to beat them, you got to take out 1 or 2 early. If you can take out those 1 or 2 guys, then you set yourself up, you kind of sink back in, and then just defend.
Yeah, absolutely, and we can see, they are setting up for to hold down blue pretty strong. It seems. They also have that kill box again.
And there goes Lion. He has to freeze them all. Oh, and Pufferfish gets taken out quickly.
And again, that is from blue. That was a great pick onto Puffer, and we do see Jay also get taken out.
Yeah, that's huge.
They do lose that Jaeger, but again, he did his job getting those early picks, getting the call out, coming through there. That's great play.
And Hero gets taken down by Rack. Great shot right there. He's in blue. Raider is moving into blue. He saw his teammate get taken down. He is definitely cautious of pushing in through there.
Yeah, we can see, you know, they're heavily pushing in from that garage side of the map. I mean, we saw Rex start to push in from the upper floor there. And actually, you know, he's taking a gunfight here, but he loses it with the Valve.
And
actually,
the diffuser is down.
The Valve was there.
Yeah, no, I think that was just careless. Just ran in. Oh, and now Rusty gets taken down. Valk is out of the match, the round, sorry.
Yeah, it was a good refrag there. I mean, you need to get these refrags. I mean, as long as you get the refrags, you know, it's not the end of the world here.
Yeah, and now we're into a 2v2. Liberty has a diffuser again, so we will see what happens here. This is, you know, Armada, this is their time to shine. Let's show them what you're made of and take these guys down and force a, you know, 3-2.
Yeah, we do see, you know, they're starting to go toward the main stairs here. They're also, you know, you can see Ellie sort of, you know, peeked up a little bit. I mean, he definitely hears that they're in that bar area. And great shot.
Great shot. Takes out Raider. Wow.
Really, really good shot onto Raider. Especially with that holographic. It's not the easiest thing to get those long-range shots with that.
Yeah, you're exactly right. That is. Oh, he takes out Ellie. We're trading. So 1v1. Let's see what happens here. Trading shots. Goo Mine activated. He's hurt. Rex is going to move in, keep pushing. And he takes the round. What a round. Good win for the Liberty. That was a close one, though. Armada is not going down without a fight.
No, absolutely not. Again, I mean, we saw this a couple times last map, too. I mean, these rounds, they get pretty close. I mean, a lot of them end in like that 2v1 and as we've seen on this one, a lot of 1v1 scenarios here.
Yeah.
That are very winnable for both sides.
And what we can see from Armada, maybe they go back to Rook. That could have been the difference maker, is the armor there.
See them bringing the Echo this time, which is actually an interesting pick, especially since Echo's a nerf.
Yeah, I'm interested with this pick. Oh, they're switching. Okay, again, that's 6th pick.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see. You know, are they gonna go back onto like the mute or something that they've picked before, or are they gonna pick something different?
Good call. Good call. Right back to the mute. Yep, something they know. Something that will throw off really anyone's strat. Mute is really just disruptive.
Yeah, and I think you know what probably what their game plan is here. You know, they're noticing that getting close on the ground in Church and Arsenal, so they're trying to make a little bit of adjustments here and there, just get it you know, planned out a little bit better, than just walk away with you know, try to get this to 4-2.
Razor wire is deployed.
Absolutely, yeah. This is not a position you want to be in against anyone. Any sort of competitive match, you don't want to be down 4-1. But again, they're in a better situation than they were the last match. So, and we can see Jaeger now with his ADS putting down. He's putting down both, and I would assume he's putting down both because if he's assuming if they're coming that way, they'll have to burn a lot of utility to get to him, unless they just want to straight up push him. But now with that nerf, he can't just put one to cover the whole area.
Yeah, exactly. And we did see him put down 2 there before, and I believe that is specifically for that nerf. You know, yeah. I mean, that nerf greatly hurts Jaeger, but it does make it a little bit easier to attack. Just, you know, you just got to be a little bit smarter with those ADSs.
Yeah, it's something that I know. Obviously, if you're a Jaeger main, you complain about, but I think overall it does just even out the attacking and defending. It doesn't make it so that you just have to rush in the last 20 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. I think overall the changes are, you know, the meta is shifting right now. We're kind of in that meta shifting kind of position right now. I mean, before we were in a meta where it's very, you know, the whole round will take 30 seconds right at the end. But now, you know, it's kind of spread out. You can see a lot more picks happening here and there. Yeah. And I think generally it's probably better for the game.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Ubisoft does a very good job of listening to their customer base and to the player base, and knowing when to change things, when not to change things. So it's a very well handled game, and it's one of the things that makes Siege so good. And we see Hero get taken out by Raider almost immediately.
Yeah, that was a great play there. I mean, you could see, and we also see the Mute get taken out in dirt. This is a great attacking round from Liberty so far, but one does get really
They trade? They take Rex. And then Rusty gets taken out himself by Pufferfish. So
Yeah, you could see that vigil. I mean, he heard what was going on in the kitchen. He heard that the thermite charge was going off, and we do see Rack put up frag out scrap. It's a 4v1, and we do see Liberty, secure that. We're now in a 5v1 in terms of round count.
yeah, this is not a good position to be in if you are Armada. But hey, first game of the season, first match. Let's just give it our best, learn from it, and then we'll come back next week, and take it to whoever is there.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. They're definitely stronger on this map, I think, than they were on Cafe.
Absolutely, the score doesn't reflect it. The score of 5-1 does not reflect that they are doing much better on this. They're holding their own. Almost every round has been very close. So yeah, I think kudos deserves to be given to Armada right now. They're doing very well.
Now we do see, Liberty's bringing out that smoke. I was going to bring up the glass, but they did 6-pick away from that. I was going to say.
That was going to be a very interesting pick. But yeah, I understand. So I mean, smoke. Some people just love smoke. I think again, it's just another great disruptor. Someone that just throw you off.
Oh, absolutely. On this site in particular too, he is great. Especially if that wall does get open, that CCTV wall that got opened by Liberty a couple times. If Armada can get that opened up, smoke is great for when that gets opened up. If we start to push in, he just throws out that gas grenade, and that's going to stop the push for 10-15 seconds.
Absolutely, and we're seeing them open up a lot of walls so that they can, kind of get these sight lines without even really have to fortify. That's what a lot of these upper level players they start to do is they don't even fortify all this stuff. They just give sight lines that they can shoot through them. It's very hard to attack against a team that is well oiled and knows how to use those sight lines.
Yeah, and we do see this pufferfish on that bandit as well. We're gonna have to see, can he do a couple bandit tricks? Can he buy some time for his team? Or will that wall be opened up right away? I think that's going to be the main thing on this, unless Armada finds another way to attack him. But again, that wall is sort of the biggest thing on this site. Yeah, we can see the IQ. They're calling out these bandit batteries. They're going to try to get them out however they can.
Pufferfish Boy takes a hit. He is damaged. I can't tell if that's from running into his own electricity or if he has been shot. We are not watching him when that happened, so I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I think it was from the Zofia shooting through the drone.
Gotcha. And that's the thing about when you shoot Pufferfish, when you hit the team captain first. He's now. I guarantee you, those mics are going off. He's telling everyone to pivot, telling everyone what's going on. And now we see Rex get taken down by Scrap. Great shot there.
Yeah, great pick. Absolutely. I mean, Rex has been having a great game actually.
Yeah, it's a great match.
5 in total. I mean, he's doing really good, and he's got a lot of kills for his team. Not that many assists, but he's more of a fragger.
Yeah, and I believe we're seeing Raider is the bottom fragger this game, which you can't be the top fragger every game. It just a successful team has many top fraggers that can switch in every game. You never know. So that's how you have a full team. And we see Rack takes down Ellie with his shotgun. Great shot.
Yeah, we can see Raider. He's providing intel to his team with that valve. We do see them start to move in through Barrage. We see that. He does take a little bit of damage, but not too much. We're going to have to see, how can they push in from this garage a little bit better, just try to secure the site.
That was a bold move to hop on cams right next to that door and window. Pufferfish Boy takes down Scrap. Great shot. Now that gets rid of their hard breacher as well. They just have Sledge left to breach if they want to do so.
Yeah, we are going to see, he's going to throw out the C4. Doesn't connect, though, because, he is in the garage right now. A little bit of miscommunication going on, it seems. But the diffuser, this is a little bit of a peculiar situation. 4v1, diffuser not, you don't have the diffuser. We're going to have to see exactly what Hero can do.
See, Hero looked away at just the wrong second. and yeah, it eventually just gets killed. That just, that's unfortunate. He was looking right at that angle. He looks away for a split second. That's when that player decided to walk out and take a shot at him. So that happens. That's just how the game plays.
Yeah, that is honestly one of the most frustrating things sometimes. That
Absolutely,
can happen.
absolutely, yeah. Well, dead staring, like, okay, guys, I got this angle. Don't worry about it. You look away for 1 second, you get killed, and then you look like a bozo to your whole team.
The Fuse is an interesting pick. We're going to have to see if they 6-pick away from this, but it is Church and no, they did go.
Hey, I like it. It's match point. It's the second map, so you really don't have anything to lose here. Just go for it. Maybe you can get lucky. Maybe they won't even, they'll forget about Fuse. They'll forget how to defend against them. I don't know. They don't have. Oh, they do have a Jaeger. My mistake. I was looking for him and didn't see him at first. But so they do. If picks the wrong room, he could get some of the stuff taken out by the ADS from Jaeger. So we'll see.
Well, the nice thing with that Jaeger nerf, Fuse is a little bit more viable now, just because that ADS isn't going to be able to take down most of your ability. It's going to take down only like 1 or 2 of them. So Fuse is stronger now. We're going to have to see how exactly they use it. How do they think that they're going to hold this site? How is that, like, what's the best way to use Fuse here?
Yeah, I don't know. I think Fuse is obviously you want kills, but that's just not always the case. I think Fuse is great at fracturing a team and splitting them up, cutting them off from each other, and making pushes while they're dazed and hiding in an odd angle because they had to get away from one of those little explosive pucks.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and we see an early pick actually from Ellie. Wow, great shot onto Rex.
Now was that that had to have been a spawn peak?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
whether he was moving around,
that's sloppiness. That's sloppiness from Liberty. They gotta know that those are there. They took advantage of those on the last map. So maybe we're seeing that Liberty doesn't know all the spawn peaks from a certain map. So that could be something that they can practice and work on is knowing all of the angles for every map and not just one map.
Yeah, and we didn't really get to see it entirely, but it might have been, just walking around. We do see Ellie,
it's
again,
another one.
A bit of carelessness, picks out Raider.
Takes out Raider.
That's huge. That's 2 of Liberty's best players down.
Yeah, that's a great start to this round. This is definitely something that could get them to a 6-2 situation.
Yeah, they're going to need to win this round. This is match point. This is going great so far. We do see Rack. Great shot.
Absolutely just picked Rusty off. That was insane. Get that quick, cool reload from Mozzie.
We do see them now, moving into office.
And Ellie gets taken down now.
Yeah, Jay does pick up the refrag from his 2 dead teammates. We do see, you can see the pings going off. That Liberty knows that they're in office.
Mm-hmm. Rack gets another kill, picks off Stride. Oh, but he gets taken down himself.
We're now in a 2v2 situation on match point.
However, Hero is down though, so it's really a 1v2 right now unless Scrap can get to him.
Oh, great C4 coming out from Puffer.
Wow. That was a great play.
Yeah, that was a great play by Liberty and a great map, honestly, though, by both teams. A lot of those rounds, even this last one, it's 2v2. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, and that is the match, guys. That was a fantastic showing from both teams, but Liberty ultimately, they showed why they are the defending champs, why they took out so many teams last year. They did it again this year, starting out strong, started out with a bang, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. That was very. It was a great match by both teams. I think this map in general went a lot better for Armada. I think you can really see they have that communication going. They have those strats going, but they just need to maybe Cafe isn't their strongest map, so they just need to work on some of those other maps. Figure out exactly what's going on, what happened, and as they work on those things. They'll get stronger and stronger.
Absolutely. I think we're going to be bringing in
I think let's bring in Raider if we can. I mean, he had a great game map one. I think how many kills did he have? Like 16 or something like that. I mean,
yeah, it's 16 on the first map at the ace. Yeah, I think we need to talk to him.
Yeah, so we will be getting Raider in here just for an after game interview. Okay. We will move
Sorry about that one. I left by accident. I accidentally called Zeke. That was a mistake.
And we'll be getting Raider here for the after game interview. And I think overall though, I mean that was a great match by both teams.
Yeah, that's a great start to the season. I mean, we see how good these teams are. See that they're a little rusty. There was a little bit of sloppiness, but I think overall that was a great showing. I think I'm assuming they had fun. I mean, I know I had fun. I'm sure you had fun, John.
Yeah. Oh, I had a great time casting this, and we're just going to we'll finish up with an interview, and then we'll be done for the night with Rainbow Six for the first night.
We will see you guys next week, I believe. Same time, same place, John.
Yes, absolutely. I think you need to join the one Discord channel. That's
too,
by the way. But yeah, we are working on getting Raider in here for a after game interview. But again, I mean, that was a very strong showing by both teams. A lot of those rounds could be kind of, we could see both teams winning those rounds. It was a great game by both of them.
John, where am I going in here?
Just into general voice at the top.
Oh, in yours. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. John, I do not see you in any of these.
You have to join the general voice, and then you'll get moved down.
General voice in Liberty? Sorry.
No, in the actual...
eSport. Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think, I think in general, I mean, Cafe still is Liberty's top map, it seems. But I think, I think as Armada gets a little bit stronger here, we could see them, they can look at what Liberty's did on Cafe and how they want to fix that up.
Absolutely.
All right, and we are joined by Raider now. Raider, I mean, great game for on both maps from your team. I mean, how are you feeling after both those maps? I mean, you on map one, I mean, you got I think it was like 16, 18 kills. I mean, that was a great showing.
Yeah, it was a great match overall both times. I think you said that definitely the second match was definitely a lot closer. It was a great match. We're feeling good. It was a great opening for our season. I'll tell you what, it was a great opening.
That is for sure a great way to start the season. Now, walk us through how was the team reacting when you were on your way to that ace?
The ace. They were. It was kind of hype. We don't really look at it until after the round, and they go like, "Oh, did you ace?"
Okay.
So we just win the round, and then afterward, we all got hype a little bit, especially
Gotcha.
me.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's a great way to start the season for you, and a great way for your team kind of boost spirits. I mean, that's in the first map of the night, so getting that ace that definitely gives your team a huge advantage. Just going through a lot of confidence boost there. So I mean, I know. Obviously, Armada is a strong team. What do you think you guys need to do moving forward to better yourself? Because, like I said, you guys won, but you weren't perfect. So what do you think you need to change moving forward?
I think a lot of our rounds came down to like one or two people having to like go against more people.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of clutches came out. So I think definitely trying to minimize how many people just die very early on. I know last round, especially, I died early on, and so did the teammates. So we just got to work on those. Playing a little bit more passive. Definitely.
Yeah. I could definitely see. There's still a little bit of work. I mean, it seemed like Armada. As we kind of said, like that second map, it was very close on a lot of those rounds. A lot of 2v2 situations, a lot of 1v2 situations, and eventually, I mean, it was just like a kill away from just becoming a much closer match.
Yeah, definitely. We definitely got to work on that going forward. 100%.
All right, Raider. Well, thank you very much. That's all the questions I have. John, if you have any more, feel free to ask them.
No, I mean, I don't think so. I mean, you guys. I mean, that was a great match from your team. Is there anything else that you wanted to shout out at all, or anything like that?
Personally, man, like first new team, like first match going up against like I would say a pretty strong team. You guys did really, really well. Our opponents did really, really well. Like keep at it. I could definitely see you guys getting really, really strong like later on down the season. No doubt on my mind. Good games all around. And GG to my boys, of course. And yeah, that's really it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Thank you so much for your time, Raider. A great game tonight. Great game to both teams, Armada and Liberty. Liberty comes out winning 2 maps to none for Armada. So, yeah, great start to the season all around for the esports company and for both teams.
Yeah, really, really strong showing. And I think, yeah, I mean, that was a really, really great match of Siege. I think both of those maps were great to watch. I think both teams, have a little bit more to work on, in terms of communication, in terms of a couple more strats. But I think, overall, I mean, Armada looked strong and Liberty looked very strong too for defending champs.
Yeah. Now next week, if any of these teams that have to play either of these teams next week, I'm not quite sure what the schedule is, but whoever plays these teams needs to watch these clips, watch these films, if they can get a hold of these VODs so that they can see, what they need to do to prepare for Armada and what they need to do to prepare for Liberty.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's going to be a lot of reviewing the VOD for sure for the next week's match. But it's going to be interesting to see, how some of the other teams are doing as well. I mean, Steel did very well. Johnstown Steel did very, very well last season as well. They had a lot of strong players. We're going to have to see, if their players are still as strong, and do they have any other strats to potentially take down Liberty further into the season.
Absolutely. And Liberty is a defending champ, so they already had a target on their back, and now they just came out and they only lost 3 total rounds tonight, or 2?
I believe 2. Yeah, 2.
They lost 2 rounds tonight, so they're going to have a massive target on their back. People are going to be itching to take them on and take them down if they can. So they definitely cannot come into any of these matches, saying, okay, yeah, we did, last week we just dominated. Well, this week is a new week, so let's see what happens. Bring your A game, because every team's going to bring their A game against you from now on.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that's going to be something that Liberty's going to have to just keep an eye out for. How exactly can we keep improving ourselves? That's going to be a major challenge for them throughout the season. I mean, a lot of the teams, they have stuff to work on from last season and now also from this season.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot to work on.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's all I have. John, if you have anything else, just say it now, or we can just we'll see you guys next week at 7:30, I believe.
Yeah, I believe I believe that's all from us.
Gotcha.
I believe that's all from us. Yeah, we will be starting at 5:30 with the console games again first on Sunday.
Perfect. My fault.
And then the PC games will pick up after those console games end. So I believe that's all from us. Thank you all for watching, and we hope that you enjoyed the PC League and the consoles.
Yeah, thank you very much, everyone. Stay safe, have fun. We'll see you next week.